They
Listen,
don't like comentarios, subscribe, all that, man.
listen, I've been missing in action. I was in Vegas for the Super Bowl, great experience, but I don't care about none of that. Knicks Rehab, more important than anything. Can I start?
This is why we created the show. This is
I'm
why
gonna
we created the show.
try to hold my composure. I'm gonna try to be calm, but inside I'm boiling. Pause. So let me get to this. It's a conspiracy against my Knicks. I've been saying that for a long time. I don't know if it's because how we got Patrick Ewing. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of business. I'm gonna quote the great Shiesty Stringer Bell from The Wire. They had a bad package. Bodie said, "Why are we putting that back out?" He said, "Because they're gonna buy 2 times more. The worse it is, the more they're gonna buy. The worse the Knicks are, the more we're gonna buy. The NBA is a conspiracy to keep my Knicks, our Knicks, to never get to the next level. If you watch all the Knicks games, even at home, we get no calls. We get nothing in our favor. We don't get superstar status. We don't get all-star status. We don't get any of that. And we literally have 2 all-stars. Last year, we had an all-star and an all-NBA third team. I watched players push Brunson around, run him over, hit him in his face. He don't get no calls. The NBA gave the Cleveland Cavaliers, please correct me if I'm wrong, 4 number 1 picks in a row. Am I bugging?
It felt like it.
No,
Bennett,
no.
Kyrie, a bunch of them.
They had maybe 4 years straight where they got the number 1 overall pick. I'm not begging for help. I don't ask for help because I'm a New Yorker. We get it out the mud. Y'all see our stars. We don't beg for help. We don't cry. We just play. But the NBA, they only favor certain teams. Lakers, Boston, Golden State. Now everybody loves the Joker. Luca literally gets away with carrying, walking. I've been saying this. Y'all can go on the timeline, however that thing works. How do you make that call? How do you attempt to make that call? There was no contact. And then when you look, the minimal contact is Holiday slightly kicking his leg out. And he used his off arm to create space. For one, Brunson had to contest that because Holiday went on like an 8-0 run by himself. He just caught on fire. So he was liable to make that shot. How do you make that call? Once again, if LeBron is going out there to contest that, if Kawhi, Steph Curry, whoever else, is that call made? Bro, we go into overtime. Why are the referees stealing the shine? We do not come to see y'all. We need new refs. I've been saying that. It's the same refs for the past 40 years. Big shout out to Rasheed Wallace, who tells it how it is. These guys are haters. They show favoritism. And we don't know what's going on. Are they cheating? Are they covering spreads? Because the Knicks covered the spread. But come on, man. We lost 4 in a row. That was a winnable game. I'm still mad with no Van Vliet. It shouldn't have been that close. But still, how do you make that call? I'm telling y'all right now. People keep saying when the Knicks is good, it's good for the NBA. If that's the case, why not keep us good? Why not? No. When the Knicks are bad, it drives up the revenue. Once again, I want to yell, I want to curse, but we have to respect the platform. Knicks Rehab. I'm very upset. And then what makes it worse? Holiday gets a lane violation. He tried to, miss the shot on purpose. They call a lane violation. Am I bugging? So
I
you
don't even know
keep
what to call this.
you keep the .3, you keep the .3 on the clock. Tom Thibodeau was drawing up a play, and they cut the lights out and called the game, like as if it was a peewee game.
This is mad disrespectful.
Come on, man. You call that on our All-Star / MVP candidate? You already jerked him for not being an All-Star starter. Yo, bro, listen, man. This is why I keep telling y'all. Us fully healthy, nobody wants to see us. Y'all better pray. The NBA and Adam Silver, too, who disgust me. Rest in peace, my guy. Stern, the GOAT.
The guy who put an ice package in the lottery and knew where the money was at. The
You
big
understand?
dog money.
They forget where the money is at. Right.
We got a Knicks Rehab friend in the building. Mr. Flea. Mr. Flea.
What up?
Oh, we live.
Flea, what up, my brother?
What up?
You was in the pit. Hold on. You was in the building. Please.
I was.
Please, your thoughts on even Houston fans. I want to get your perspective real quick. Forget Knicks fans. We super upset. What was the feeling in the building when that call was made?
I mean, the entire building was surprised that they even blew the whistle. You got to realize that game became an amazing game to watch. Whether you was watching it on TV, whether you was in the building, whoever, don't matter who was on the court. We down 3 or 4 starters. Houston is down some players too. That turned out to be a great game. And for it to end the way it did was a disservice to the fans. Like everybody in the gym. Everybody in the arena. It was just a bad way to end a great game. Right? We could get into all the other stuff. Oh, you can't call that on Jalen Brunson and, them not calling, that violation at the end when he threw it off the backboard, the third shot. Like, there's a bunch of other stuff that we could talk about. But the bottom line is that was a good game. You allow that game to go into overtime, and however it falls out, whatever happens. Whoever wins, wins. Like, you can't decide the game from the free throw line with no time left on the clock. That's just bad basketball. And my last point, I'll give it back to my brothers. It's not about complaining about the refereeing. It's about we complain about everything else in the NBA but that. There's a shining light on everything in the league but that. Why is it that is such a sensitive topic to address amongst the players union, amongst coaches, amongst NBA, the upper echelon? Fuck it, Adam Silver, excuse my language. Adam Silver. Why is that a conversation that is completely off limits when they're completely making a mockery of the game? They can control the game when they're not the people that we're coming to see. We're not coming to see them. I should not know Ed Malloy's name, OG. I should not even know his name. Why do I know his name? I should not know Tony Brothers and Steve Javi and all of these Tom Donic.
Great point.
I should not know y'all names.
Great point.
Why?
Thank you. Please keep going, please.
If Jalen Brunson is in a position where he has to say next question every time somebody asks him about that, right? It's a nasty situation because that situation happens. Game is over. They still human beings at the end of the day. So what you expect them to do? Not have no emotion tied to it. Go to the back, take a shower, have the meeting with your team, get dressed, and then a bunch of microphones is put in your face, and they're gonna ask you about that. So now, the real fans, us, the people that care, we want to know how you really feel. But you got to be in a position now to say, next question, great call. I don't have nothing to say because you don't want to lose no money. You don't want to lose no money. It's a nasty, secular cycle. I don't like this shit. Like,
hold on, Flea. Hold on, Fabian, before you go. Let me just say this. Because one thing on Knicks Rehab, big shout out my brother Flea, Dom, Uncle Weiss, Fabian, Kels, the whole crew, right? We try to be as thorough as possible. I got to give credit to Udoka in Houston. Dylan Brooks hit 4 big threes in the fourth quarter. And that young man that Precious was guarding was barbecue chicken on Precious. Lord have mercy, right? Now, let me just say this. Let me get that out the way. Big shout out to Houston because they didn't have Van Vliet. Fleet, great point. But let me ask y'all this. Look at the catch-22. Look at the entrapment. You can't criticize the refs even when they make a mistake and you get fined. Are you kidding me? Hold on, Fleet. Listen to what I'm saying. It's clearly wrong. You criticize them. Like you said, we're human. You get a heavy fine, and then the next day, they come out and say, I shouldn't have made that call. Do we get our money back?
Where's the balance? There's literally no balance. The NBA empowers the referees. Let's keep it a buck. They empower the referees to make bad calls, do what they want to do, have control of the game, be a participant in the show. Because, yeah, NBA is part entertainment. So now they become part of the show. Again, I really shouldn't know none of these referees' names. Y'all are not a part of the basketball game. I'm not coming to see y'all. I don't turn the TV on. I don't spend my money to get a ticket. I don't do none of that to see the dudes in the gray shirt. I don't really care. Really care. But
Fabian, yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on. Fabian,
no. Go ahead, fellas.
Fabian, before you go, I'm gonna just say this. I'm tired of watching our superstar get knocked around. I'm tired of it. I watched Dylan Brooks clearly not get called for offensive foul. When you show the replay, he clearly pushes Brunson out the way. Every time I look, our guy's on the floor. He's not a flopper. He don't flop. He's always getting thrown on the floor. He's always going for the layups. He knows how to work his way around the rim, but he's always ending up on the floor. And when you watch replays, he's getting smacked in the face. He's getting pushed. He's getting bumped, and he's getting no calls.
That affected him all first half of that game. It looked like Dylan Brooks had him in hell. If the naked eye watched the first half of that game, it looked like, wow, Dylan Brooks played some really good defense on Jalen Brunson, and that rattled him. The second half, it was like, you can't guard me. I'm going to kill you now. Like, you can't guard me. I'm going to kill you now. And you can start seeing Jalen Brunson playing through the contact. Because Dylan Brooks was it wasn't good defense.
Being Dylan Brooks. He was being Dylan Brooks.
What'd you say?
He was being Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, thank you, Fabian. You see, I was trying to find the right words. I'm getting better with being nicer and not using these 4-letter words. But like it.
Hold on. They are super chats. There's memberships where we could turn this into flea uncut, raw uncut. That's what we need from y'all because this is what we put this out here for. Go ahead, AllBall.
No, I'm gonna just say this before I let you go. They tried to sabotage Dylan Brooks. All I'm gonna say is this, Flea. I love how he played the game. I love it. And they tried to make it seem like that man didn't know how to play and as if he couldn't play. That man hit 4 big threes, and in the first half, he definitely was in our superstar's head. My whole thing is this in anything in life. As long as you ain't put nobody in harm's way or really disrespecting nobody, if you can get away with a little chip shot, hey, you get away with it. That's sports. So I just want to say they tried to sabotage that man, and you can't tell me right now Memphis can't use him. That's all I'm going to say.
Memphis is on a 9-game losing streak. People are coming into that arena whooping their ass. They are walking in there with no issues. Now, granted, they are down a ton of players, but if Dylan Brooks is there, not a world beater, is not changing things, but I promise you, people are not walking in the gym just doing whatever they want to do. They walk into Memphis like, oh, this is we about to eat on them. Come on. They had a different level of respect when people were walking in the gym. Obviously, Ja was on the floor, but Dylan Brooks was on the floor, and you know you're gonna get 110% from him.
Yes. Fabian, please get into this conversation. I want to hear your opinion. I'm sorry, we kind of took over. I'm just so aggravated, but please respond to what me and Flea said, and also your opinion on what you've seen as far as so far the season with the Knicks, and especially the game against Houston.
Well, you set that up beautifully, and I heard a lot of stats. I heard a lot of stats about the Knicks only had 11 free throws in the game, and Jalen Brunson, I saw the game, he wasn't getting any calls. Brunson was playing him. Dylan Brooks was playing him rough. Dylan Brooks did shake that man's after the game and look like, yo, nah. There's a lot of sportsmanship, showmanship with this game. You guys broke everything down beautifully as best as we can. There's a conspiracy against us, but I have a different take on this. And before I get to that in a second, I heard a lot of stats. I think we just keep it as simple as this: on the road, at home, the Rockets shoot 23 free throws a game.
Wow.
They're 14th in the league. Okay. The Knicks on the road shoot 22 free throws a game. They both average 23 free throws a game in total. Both teams.
Fabian, we had 60 points in the paint. So it's not like we're not getting to the rim. It's not like
but the points in the paint, the points in the paint thing to me is it could be misleading. It's Brunson. Brunson is he's not Steph Curry, he's not Trae Young, he's more AI, like we said before. He's getting to his spots, and it's damn near nothing you could do about him. Finishing with contact, every play. The jump hooks, contact. To the basket, contact. If Dylan Brooks is putting his hands on you like that, it's because you play with contact. When Dylan Brooks went to shake his hand initially during the game, Jalen Brunson looked at him like, bro,
right.
Get away from me.
Right.
Like, nah, it's mano-y-mano. You're dealing with a guy who's coming to the game mano-y-mano. He ain't playing these games. Everything you guys said was correct, but I have a different theory on this because, you know, I'm a wrestling fan. I used to be a big-time wrestling fan. We can't really be with Vince McMahon all this time, but you shouldn't say Vince McMahon's name. But this is WWE. The spread was 2.5 on FanDuel. Sometimes three baskets.
Yep.
3 points. The game was ended on what kind of shot, AllBall?
Come on.
When I saw that, I said,
come on.
I remember me and Flea had just did the live, the live beforehand.
Preach.
So I knew the spread.
Preach.
Okay. Then afterwards, as I gathered myself, I thought about it. Is Jalen Brunson on the play? Jalen Brunson's on the play. Tom Thibodeau. I believe. Remember, they had to add Jalen Brunson to All-Star Weekend, 3-point shooting. I believe there's no better promotion than something like this because they know the New York media, the New York fans, we're going to go crazy. And we're going to talk about this for weeks, for days. Yo, they're against us, this, that, and the third. I really believe they have an opportunity to call a foul on him or to call a foul on him and to give him like a sympathy ploy. And it is what it is. They don't, because if the game ends like that, okay, they beat the Rockets. What kind of a headline is that? Oh, they win another game. They beat the mighty Rockets at home. Okay, that ain't bigger than this. I know it seems kind of dark, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, y'all.
Yeah, but
I believe
right.
if I don't see this in the playoff, I could be wrong. But what I see is the media. If you look at the media, Zach Lowe, everybody's talking about the Knicks.
Yes.
We know how this goes. We're on YouTube. The Knicks are viral right now. They need this. Just like how is Draymond getting on his podcast talking about them lame cowards? Draymond is the GOAT. He is the GOAT because he understands this is wrestling. He puts his Macho Man glasses on. He spun around and back smacked a 7-footer. Plays him the next time after going to rehab. Dog. And then punks him again. And then punks the same guy he punked that was on his team 5 years ago. And said, y'all a bunch of lame cowards.
But hold on. You know, we got inside information. You know,
I want to get into that. I know this is Knicks Rehab, but if y'all decide to
we're gonna table that.
I would love to get into
Yeah, we'll table that. Go ahead, AllBall.
Good. I was just gonna say, just to give y'all some breaking news, y'all know, I got an inside scoop on Draymond Green's rehabilitation. You know, they said where he was at, it was a pool table. You know, he had his own shower, things of that nature. Y'all know where it was at? In the basement of his house. Get out of here.
Yo,
listen, man. Hold on.
I say all that to say, bro, it's all a show. Like, there's no
But hold
Jalen
on.
Brunson's name is no more viral than it was a week ago. He's
hold
the
on.
hottest basketball player on the planet right now.
I'm speaking for all real Knicks fans. We don't want to be part of the show. We don't want your sympathy. We don't want none of that. Let me just finish. All I'm saying is this: do not have nothing to do with fixing no games for us, bruh. We on a roll right now. Treat us fair. Once again, if Curry was out there, LeBron, any other superstar, KD, name them all. If Halliburton jumped up for that foul, would y'all have called that? Come on, bro. Come on.
I got to
doing
push
us
back.
dirty.
Halliburton already has his coming of age party with the in-season tournament. He already had his promotion. It's a lot harder to promote Brunson in the Knicks right now. It just is. Bro, we didn't vote him into the All-Star game. Point blank, Knicks fans, if you're a real Knicks fan and you didn't press that All-Star game, whoever's guilty, you guilty. Point blank, period. He's supposed to be starting at the All-Star game, bro. Jalen Brunson is better than Donovan Mitchell. He's necking. I don't know who's better between him and Halliburton right now. If I'm starting a team, I don't know who I'd rather have. They both have a wave behind them. Jalen Brunson, the NBA is putting everything on notice. Jalen Brunson is the star. He got this. I understand how you feel, AllBall. I understand how all Knicks fans feel. But guess what? Pause. This is how the sausage is made. This is reality TV. That's what sports is. So get ready, because we got a superstar in the making. And let's not take away the fact that shot that he put up over Dylan Brooks, who was killing him in the first half, playing like Dylan Brooks, was superstar quality. I can't wait for LeBron to try that shit again. Oh, my God. Go ahead, Flea. I'm sorry. Flea.
I'll be sounding like I'm crazy because y'all two have, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. I'm a Jalen Brunson fan as well. We can't expect him to start getting superstar treatment when the rest of the league hasn't even caught up yet. They're not even caught up yet. So how can we expect him to get a superstar call when half the fan base doesn't even think he's a superstar yet? Y'all just got me to say he's a superstar, right? Like so.
But please stay right there. I love that you said that, because how else? Think about it like wrestling, bro. Remember when you saw The Rock turn to a good guy? They used to rob him. They would, bro. I'm telling you, I know it. The NBA don't want me to go viral because I know it like the back of my hand. How do you get the superstar to be the superstar? You rob him of the title. That's what you do. They just robbed The Rock. Jalen Brunson is the people's champ right now. Look, now it got you in the middle of your car going crazy, going, yo, he's a superstar now. 2 weeks ago, you were fighting tooth and nail with me and two all day. Are y'all crazy?
I'm trying to stay consistent in how I look at superstars, right, too?
Right.
You know why?
Right.
I'm just trying to stay consistent.
Of course.
As a fan, Fabian, too, like y'all know me. I love this dude. You wanna talk about down here in Houston, Texas, pull up on the game. The first 2 minutes of the game, this dude is on the free throw line and he's getting MVP chants around the arena. Wow. The entire arena, y'all. I don't even want to talk about how well Knicks fans travel. 3/4 of the arena is blue and orange. I came home and called Fabian. I said, yo, bro, 3/4 of this arena, not even half, everywhere I turned is blue and orange, blue and orange, blue and orange. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So people can say what they want, but if you go around the country, Knicks fans everywhere.
Hey, Flea, listen, Flea, what this young man is doing for our Knicks, for the city, for the organization, remember, people got to really understand us as Knicks fans, right? I'm older than y'all, but y'all knowledge is just, you know what I mean? And y'all been Knicks fans just as long as me. When you really think about it, I don't think we had 5 superstars in our whole existence.
of the NBA right now.
No. Listen what I'm saying. the New York Knicks existence. Name me. Listen what I'm saying. We know about the Bernard Kings and the Reeds and all that, right? If we go in Bernard, Willis, Clyde, Pat, where you going after that? Seriously. Stay with me.
Because Clyde Frazier's a flat out superstar that
Right.
all the older heads go that you don't ever dare talk about him.
And hold
we
on.
don't even have that.
And remember, Clyde was a superstar on and off the court, right? My point is this. The Knicks' existence, we don't have 5 superstars. Some teams have 3 superstars on their team right now.
Right now. Okay.
So what Brunson is doing, y'all have to understand, basketball world, we haven't seen this since Patrick Ewing. No knock to Carmelo Anthony, but when we had Melo, there was no hope of championship. I've never heard nobody say championship. This is no knock on Melo. I'm just saying with this young man and how the team is being constructed, we have hope. I'm not saying this year, but either this year or in the future, there's championship hope. That's my point, and this is why I say Flea, and I've been saying it. He's a superstar. And let me hold on. I'm gonna leave it at this. Can I ask y'all a question? The little bit of time Jeremy Lin was crazy, was he a superstar in that month?
No.
You're wilding.
No.
You're wilding. Listen.
No.
Listen.
No.
Listen. Look.
No.
To say that we created a brand in 2 weeks. New York is different.
It was a buzz.
That's Flea.
It was the new weed on the block. It was the haze. When the haze came around,
No, it wasn't. It was that new dope on the block. No, it wasn't. Linsanity was that new dope on the block. Don't be disrespectful. That was beyond crack.
Came around in the lavender baggies. When the haze came around in the lavender baggies, now I'm snitching. Fuck it. When the haze came around in the lavender baggies, y'all know what I'm talking about. That's why y'all laughing. When that came around, it was like, damn, what's this? We ain't never had this before. We ain't got to pick no seeds out. We could just break it down and it's fire. That's what that was. And then quickly.
No, it wasn't.
Quickly, the dro dropped. Then he was like, oh shit. There's something rivaling it. Oh shit. Okay. Like, come on.
You're wilding.
It was a buzz.
That was not just a buzz, Flea.
Shorty went and bought the best wig possible. She was bad. And then the leave out started coming out after a couple weeks. And it was like, oh, all right, we regular now. You regular. All right.
Listen, go ahead, Fabian.
No, to your point, that was hilarious, Flea. But you can't, we just like Linsanity, we ain't never seen this before.
Right. I love everything. As a Knicks fan,
I'm talking about what AllBall just said, how he broke down Jalen Brunson, and you go back to the history of superstars in all the Knicks. Name all of them. There is no story like Jalen Brunson. This is maybe potentially the best story in Knicks history. I said it. His pops, they like he was set up to fail. Do you understand the stage that we're on? And I keep saying this every week, AllBall. The stage that we're on, that you have the Villanova crew, the Villanova School, whatever the hell they call them. You're built into the team, into the Knicks organization, and they roll the red carpet out for the godson. The Godfather rolled the red carpet out for his godson. This is like, come on, let's be honest. Bronny James is only getting a spot in the NBA because of his pops. And everybody says this. Nobody goes against that. What would happen if Bronny James out of nowhere gets a 5-inch growth spurt and goes bananas in the league? He's going to become LeBron all over again. All Brunson ever needed was this stage. Bobby Brown, the great Bobby Brown, said this 20 years ago. All I need is a stage, God. Jalen Brunson.
Hey,
this story, you're doing wrong.
Feeling with them.
I know you get that love in that dog.
Only real Bobby Brown fans know what that's about, AllBall.
We've had a Hayes mention. We've had a Wig mention. And now we've had Bobby Brown. You will never get this anywhere. Knicks Rehab, y'all. You will never get this nowhere else.
He said, "Oh, hold on." Fabian said, "All we need is a stage, God. Come on, man.
Come on now.
Hey, please,
Bobby Brown is the GOAT.
They lucky I can't do the movie did. The moonwalk in the circle, and you lucky
No.
I can't do that.
But you could do that. You just don't want to do it on camera. You know he could do it. you know he could do it. You know OG could do it.
Yo,
Jalen,
listen,
Jalen
man.
Brunson. I just listen. I know we're upset. I know, but the way you broke it down, this is the greatest story in Knicks history. Like, if Steven Jackson just said they might go to the conference championship, they need LeBron. Shut up. Steven Jackson, you've been talking way too much. Go join your gang in Chicago, bro. Whatever the hell you be checking in with. You checking in with the Knicks. You bet everybody is on notice, Flea. Everybody's on notice. When you come at the Knicks, you better come correct and you better not miss.
Stack is Muslim today, so you know he's not checking in on O Block. Not this week.
Hold on.
Not this week.
Yeah, AllBall. It's getting uncomfortable. Because when we blow up, it's over for y'all. I'm tired of it. Y'all, Candace Parker again. We're gonna get into you again. Pause. And maybe because we can't. Wink, wink. It's about to get crazy.
Hold on.
How dare y'all talk about the Knicks like this?
You need my hold on. I didn't give my shout out because has anybody seen what's her name again?
They haven't even had her on NBA TV since then.
What's her name again?
We're not even calling her name. I don't know.
Becky with the whack hair.
We don't know.
Hey girl, how you doing? Yo, she's been missing ever since.
Where is she? We can't find her.
Come on. So miss me with you play at that level, you still don't know the game. Because if you watch, there's no way in the world you're going to say what you say. Listen, man, all I'm asking from the NBA and Adam Silver, give us a fair shake like y'all give everybody else. Don't do us like that. And all the haters and all the real fans, Fleet, I gotta give you props because you always say this. Basketball is a team sport. We're not healthy. We're missing a All-NBA third team and an All-Star. We're missing a potential defensive player of the year. We're missing a potential most improved player of the year. And we're missing for a fact the best offensive rebounder in the game and our best defender on big men. And with so please understand we are not healthy.
4 vital spots.
But hold on. Hold on. And all 3 of them is starters.
Come on. What are we talking about, y'all?
And y'all gonna give us that call? So my whole thing is, yo, listen, man, we have something real special. I hope people really understand that the way we're built, and people laugh at me, Allen Iverson with that run against the Lakers and the Detroit Pistons, we're built like that. I'm not saying our players are better than them. I'm not doing none of that. I'm saying the way the Knicks are built, that's how NBA teams supposed to be built, Flea. It don't supposed to be 4 superstars. It don't supposed to be 5 Hall of Famers. No. You got your superstar, you got your button all-star superstar, and then you fill out the roster. We built the right way, Flea. We just got to stay healthy.
Well, I'm gonna leave with this, and I'm gonna continue to watch my brothers. But the NBA is going to start to get back into that. I mentioned that to Fabian. I mentioned to him offline. I think I said it to you.
No, Flea, you sent me a crazy DM. I love that. We got to talk about that.
Okay.
That dead money. That was
right.
That was
so
clutch.
Just real brief. I'm not even gonna get into it because I think we need to spend some real time on diving into that. But that aligning superstars thing going forward is not gonna happen in the NBA, y'all. Everybody that's in the comments, everybody that's watching, please gear up and understand that trading Fabian, 2, and Flea for LeBron James, it can't happen anymore. Trading the 3 of us for Anthony Davis can't happen anymore. Trading the 3 of us for Giannis can't happen anymore. Basically, you can't aggregate contracts, put them together to go get the guy that has the big deal. You can't do it anymore. And that's going to make things real interesting on how these rosters start looking, on how these GMs and presidents of basketball operations and all these executives and all that. It's going to be interesting. How creative do y'all get in building NBA rosters, building championship rosters? It's going to be interesting.
Hold on, don't leave, Flea. Just real quick. More so, it's also going to show how great a basketball player you are when you can't get all the help. And that's not pointing at one player. I'm just talking about the whole league. Because as much as I said James Harden was going to work with the Clippers, I still hate that they have Paul George, Kawhi, Westbrook, and Harden on one team. Mm-hmm. So, Flea, just to piggyback, great point, is also going to have to show, hey, man, are you going to be great? Can you do it?
Right. My brothers, I'll see y'all soon.
Always a pleasure. Listen, man, that's Big Flea in the building, man. That's our brother right there. Knicks Rehab, where you get 100% raw and uncut. 100% just energy, just passion. Just listen, man, I love my Knicks. And Adam Silver, don't do us like that. Don't do us like that.
Hey, Knicks fans,
we's the third seed. Don't do us like that.
Knicks fans, brace yourself. This is what it feels like to be at the top. Get ready. Get ready. Because now nobody's talking about this. Do you remember when Vince McMahon and them used to reverse calls, and then the next day on Monday Night Raw, they would have the same fight? If the NBA, I've never seen a call overturned in my life in the NBA. If they overturn this, everybody must come back to AllBall TV, Fabian PerspecTV, ABTV, Dime Dropper, wherever you got to go and say, that crazy mother lover with the glasses on and the blue hat is out of his mind, but he called it. They're going to reverse the call, and they're going to have to play the 6 minutes of overtime.
Hold on, no, stay there, because we got to give you your props. You've been talking about this, and you're the first that's saying this. What if you do that for all the games? Y'all really want to be WWE and entertainment? You get it wrong, you play it back.
The match
get it wrong,
must
play it back.
The match must continue. That's what they used to do. They used to drop. We're cut from a different cloth, y'all. We saw wrestling go from nothing to like this big, crazy fucking Hulkamania, The Rock and Stone Cold, different level. NWO, different level.
I was watching since the Iron Sheik, man. Kidding me? Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky Steamboat versus Ric Flair's classic.
Jimmy Superfly.
God bless the dead, Iron Sheik.
The Junkyard Dog. You crazy? The original Andre the Giant. Jake the Snake. Come on, bro. What's my man? The Hitman. He had all the moves. Him and his brother.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Come on. Then you go to the other side. The Demolition. What's my man's in them?
Well, the original Road Warriors.
The Road Warriors. The Four Horsemen. Lex Luger. Come on,
the original NWO is the Four Horsemen.
Damn. Come on, man. What y'all talking about? I do that too.
All I need is stage, God. And
I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Come on, man. Crazy.
And we're gonna transition to who we want to bring back on the stage, because again, everybody's talking about the Knicks because we're gonna go viral. And you either gotta love us or you gotta hate us. It is no in between anymore.
None.
My clown on ESPN, I heard you. We heard you. Candace Parker, you keep talking to us about us. You want some sympathy. You're not getting it. Stop playing with us. Listen, we're being very nice to you. Just understand that. We have a lot of comedians in New York. You better relax, Candace Parker. You're back at it again with this devilish material.
Yeah, let's see.
Candace Parker from TNT. You know what she said? That we can't win. Brunson ain't no 1A, whatever the hell she was talking about. And this is her response to that, revisiting. Well, I feel like, first of all, I love all Knicks fans, and I get it. Parker said Tuesday on a Zoom call from TNT. What I was alluding to was the fact that in the first round of the playoffs, Jalen Brunson, was the best player on the court against Donovan Mitchell. He was the best player on the court. And the second round, especially on the defensive end, Miami picked on him a great deal. And Jimmy Butler was, in fact, the best player on the court. And my thing was, basically, it was no slight on Jalen Brunson. I think he makes everybody better around him. I think he makes winning plays. I think what the Knicks have done in this trade in the season, that surrounded him with defense, which was something they struggled with last year, and getting stops against Miami in the playoffs. So that was my hot take. Now hold on. Before we get to that, shout out to New York Knicks basketball on Twitter. They are amazing. I love them because they go and they'll get receipts.
Right.
They'll get receipts from anywhere.
Love it.
This is what she started with from the beginning. Listen, y'all, I'm a Bears fan. I get it, Knicks. Everything someone says, you take it personal. My comments yesterday have nothing to do with what I think about Brunson as a player. I think he's an effing monster. I love Villanova guards and Jay Wright. Hell of a season. Yada, yada, yada. The question was not can you win with a small player as your best player, is can you win a championship with a smaller player as your best player? Everyone throwing me, tweeting me stats. You are missing the point. AI was my absolute favorite. Despite averaging 35, they lost to the Lakers. CP3, despite numbers, lost. No one since Isaiah Thomas has won as the best player on their team and also being the smallest. Steph sort of counts, but he's an anomaly. It's the same questions people had about free throws and can you win with your best player, Giannis, can't hit free throws. It happened, and people had to eat their words. All I'm saying is I hope Brunson makes me eat my words. Sincerely, a sympathizing Bears fan. You ain't getting no sympathy from me, Candace.
Me neither.
Loser.
Excuse my
I don't
language.
care how many championships you won. What are you talking about?
Hold on. This is why I laugh, right? And Becky Hammond, like y'all are professionals. Y'all played at the highest level. Everybody says it's a team sport. Once again, tell me our Knicks, do we have a dominant big man? Do we have, before we got the team we have now, do we have a dominant big man? Do we have any shooters, any snipers? Do we have any superstars next to him? Do we not deal with injuries? Do we ever have a 3-and-D guy that you need to win? Stop telling me what he can't do when he don't have the proper team structured around him. Can't nobody win if you ain't got the right team around you. LeBron got AD and he can't win. What are y'all talking about? Y'all see what Brunson doing now, right? So imagine healthy. You telling me right now, the way this team is constructed, healthy, they can't win a championship? If you say no, that means you're either a hater or you don't know the game. For one, y'all not getting no type of sympathy from me. Y'all can all kiss my you-know-what and go to HELL, all capital letters. That's a fact. Because y'all love to kick the Knicks when they down. Y'all love to hand on the Knicks for no apparent reason. But if there was any other player, if Trae Young, John Morant, Kyrie, Luca, if any of them was doing this in New York, y'all will be praising them and y'all will be saying this is a championship contending team. But because of Jalen Brunson and he's not flashy and y'all hate the Knicks, y'all do nothing but look, throw dirt on us. But listen, you can't keep us down, baby. You can't keep us down. All of y'all going to have to retract everything. All of y'all. All of y'all. And I can't wait to see it. I'm going to have my popcorn and my large ice water with lemon, and I'm going to watch all y'all retract everything. Because y'all starting to do it now. Becky Hammond, we still looking for you. Where you at? Where you at? Candace Parker fumbling and bumbling. Big shout out to Clyde. Look, now all of a sudden you leaving paragraphs on your platforms. Yeah. Because you know. Yeah. Shaq, all y'all saying y'all lose subliminals. Yeah. We'll see y'all soon. Yeah.
How is it that she says Steph sorta? How is it that you have Allen Iverson there? You mentioned him, but failed to mention the fact that, again, who was his teammates? We love AI. He was the people's champion and everything. The whole Eastern Conference, nobody had a chance against the Lakers. Why? Because it's Shaq and Kobe. You start there. Then you got Phil Jackson, one of the best coaches, if not the best coach of his time. He just finished coaching Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, so he understood what the Lakers would be about.
Hey, Fabian. See, what they do on TV, you got to remember what I always tell you. This is why our platform is the best. No knock to nobody. We show love to everybody. We love all platforms. Like, to be honest, we real good guys. We support everybody. But we're not afraid to be wrong. See, they hedge they bet. So what they do is they're going to say no small guy won. When we could name how many small players got their team to the chip. Chauncey Billups was the best player on that Detroit Pistons team. I understand how great Rasheed Wallace is. Let's not forget Tony Parker won a Finals MVP. Zeke. So once again, when they say it's only one, no, we can give you 3 or 4. Tiny Nate. These guys got there, bro. Being the best player on their team. They may not be the best player on that team as far as career-wise, but for that year, they was the best players. What are you talking about?
And you don't want to sit there and have a real conversation because, again, what I always point to is the top to the bottom. I bet you if Jerry Krause was running the Philadelphia 76ers, they would have surrounded AI with some damn talent. They would have known that, no disrespect, Mutombo, but we need a Rasheed Wallace over here. We need a Chris Webber over here. He needs a 1-2 punch. We need somebody to make the game easier for AI, which is what they're doing for Brunson right now. I just can't believe that. Like, how do you not understand that you're sitting up there and you don't, again, you always attacking the players, and I disagree with you. I think Ben Wallace is the best player on them Pistons teams, and nobody talks about it. But once again, Ben Wallace was a 6'9" center. If it was up to them, he would have second round pick. No, matter of fact, he might be the best undrafted player of all time. Ben Wallace is the ultimate underdog. He's a 6'9" center in the era of big men.
Yo, let me say this, right? When you get there, that means you have an opportunity to win. You can win. You just lose to the better team. No knock on Curry, but these analysts forget that first year they won, Kyrie and Kevin Love was hurt. We see what happened the next year. Now, granted, Curry did win one on his own against the Boston Celtics. Got to give him credit for that. But let's stop acting like Curry is the only small guard that got their team to a championship. Win or lose. See, they slick on TV, man. They know how to word it to where they're going to look like they know what they're talking about. You're wrong. You're wrong.
And how do you overlook the fact that we're going to keep on saying this? Isaiah Thomas, Zeke from the Bad Boy Pistons, and Steph Curry, the number one thing about them has nothing to do with their game, really. All they ever talk about is the leadership.
Yeah.
AI don't even have. If AI had this kind of leadership, he would be like, it would be different, because then all of a sudden he's talking about holding other people accountable. Yo, I need this kind of teammate. I gotta be honest. It's different. What Kobe Bryant ended up because he didn't start off that way. It was a grown man's league. He was a kid compared to these guys. He had to change up his leadership style. Jalen Brunson has entered the league like that. Luca Donic is on JJ Redick's show saying JJ Redick asked him, was he great? Did you know he was great? Nah, he was nice.
Hold on.
I knew he was great.
Watch this. I'm gonna take it a step further. And you know me, I don't mind the backlash. The year Cleveland won, isn't there some people that are saying Kyrie could have got Finals MVP?
Right.
That year, I'm not saying Kyrie's better than LeBron. I'm not getting into that. But let's stop acting like Kyrie ain't a small guard that got to the finals. On any given day, he was the best player on that team, just like LeBron. And some people say he should have won Finals MVP. Let's have real talk, man. Let's have real talk. Jalen Brunson is that guy, and when you need a team. Of course, a small guard can't get to the chip or win the finals if you don't have a team. If you don't have a shooting guard, you don't have a dominant center, you don't have a 3-and-D guy. You see some of these teams, how they constructed? Do you see the Denver Nuggets when they won? Did you see Giannis? You have every position from 1 to 8. You got the superstar, you got the dominant point guard, you got a great shooter, you got a dominant big man, you got a 3-and-D. We just got that. But once again, they switched the narrative for them to be right. Once again, we just named about 10 small guards that got to the finals.
But let's flip it, because you hit on something that we always talk about. Why is it that these guys that they put up on a pedestal, the LeBron, Joker, Giannis, Embiid, who else? SG, whoever they got, Ant-Man, Tatum, all of a sudden, why is Jason Tatum afforded every season the last 5 years? How come he gets a pass every year? Jalen Brunson does not have that team. He hasn't had a team like that in 5 years. But every year, and I've been saying this, Tatum, you know this, Tatum is soft. He's like Paul George. Why y'all excusing that? I'm watching ball, bro. Jalen Brunson ain't got that fear in him like that. If Jalen Brunson had Tatum's ability, he'd be the best player in the NBA. Bar none. No jokes about it. No. Why do you keep giving these people passes? But when it comes to our guy, you want to go viral, man.
You ready for this one? Stay with me. Watch this. Half these players can't win without a great guard. Did Kevin Durant win without Steph Curry? Did LeBron win without Kyrie? I'm just saying right there, great point guard. Even with Rajon Rondo with the Lakers. What about Garnett and them with Rondo? Do they win those chips without those guards? Come on. Let's talk. Y'all talking to a guy that love the game. I know. Does Giannis and them win without Drew Holiday?
We see what they look like without Drew Holiday.
Who was the one that been saying Denver ain't right without that boy Murray? Do the Joker and them win without Murray?
We know they don't.
So my point is,
but hold on, but that isn't the MVP. The MVP, about your best player in the world is down third. No doubt, salute you. You ain't nothing without Jamal Murray. Nothing.
No. Hold on, Fabian. None of them is nothing without that guard. Whether he 5'10" or 6'3". Put that in perspective, y'all. Put that in perspective. That's great. Hold on, Miami Heat. You know how many big shots Mario Chalmers hit? Once again, I'm not saying they couldn't win, but they needed those guards.
And how replaceable?
Hold on, Steve Kerr, big shots with Mike Paxson. I'm just saying. So stop making that argument for yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just don't like the excuse, man. I like you brought up Miami because we somehow forget D Wade's on that team. They're not going to the 4 straight finals without D Wade being there. Possibly, in my opinion, definitely the third best 2 guard of all time. Or going to be sometimes looking like the second best 2 guard of all time. That's my opinion. Different story for a different day. But the point is, why is everyone else afforded when this is y'all on TV and you always make an excuse? Well, LeBron didn't have the team this year, and AD. You mean the top 15, top 10 players in a lot of y'all book? Guess the excuse. What's their excuse? How much more do they need? How come Jalen Brunson doesn't need help? What are you people talking about?
Thank you. I'm gonna leave it at this note. Once again, all these great players that win all these championships, it might be 99.9%. They don't have those guards next to them, they don't win. Giannis don't win without Drew over there. LeBron don't win without Rondo coming over there. He doesn't win without Kyrie hitting a big shot. Boston them don't win without Rondo over there. Joker don't win without Jamal Murray. Let's call it how it is.
Steph Curry don't win without Klay Thompson.
Durant don't win without Steph Curry. Hold on. We can keep going. Tony Parker in San Antonio. We can keep going.
And Ginobili.
Kyle Lowry in Toronto. All I'm saying is stop acting like you don't need these guards to play their part. Please. That's all I'm saying. Don't get my words mixed up. I'm not saying these guards are better. I'm not saying you can't win without them. I'm saying they are vital parts to winning championships. In some of these instances we're talking about, you don't win without those guys. You don't. Denver does. Steve Kerr said it. The head of the snake is Jamal Murray. Boston Celtics, Garnett, and Pierce do not win without Rajon Rondo. They'll tell you that. So don't tell me you can't win with look at Jason Terry with Dallas. That series he had. Don't tell me you can't win with a little guard. Don't tell me that. That's a lie. That's a lie. Listen, man. Knicks Rehab. We back, baby. We in the building. I love the shades too. I got to get me a pair.
We got to get you in the building with the shades because that's what real rehab is about. Wait till we get the coffee cups. Styrofoam cups, we need that. The things we have holding like, yo, man, that game. Because it would have went live that day with our cups. It would have been crazy with the shades on, just depressed. The league is against us. I I know you got to go on a few. I'm looking for this Luca Doncic thing though. I'm gonna respond to a couple of things. Oh, boy, I'm gonna stay on.
Okay. I'll probably try to jump on if you're still on later. You know, I gotta run. But listen,
Yeah.
man, please hit the like button, share, like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Knicks Rehab, best Knicks talk on YouTube. Big shout out to all the other platforms, man. We definitely support and we love what all y'all doing. But if you want to get the raw and uncut Knicks Rehab, baby, right here, we're gonna tell her how it is. And how it is, we gonna tell it. My brother Fabian, see you later.
AllBall, baby. I wanna let me fix the background. We do it in real time for the show, for the peoples. I wanted to get into let me read some of these comments. That was rough. What's up, Mike? You too, Fabian. Nice Hollywood. Is that what they call these shades? Hollywoods? Real talk. What up, sir? That's why Adam Silver hates the Knicks. And the only one who spoke out of the corruption was Ant-Man. Yo, Ant-Man went off, Leon. And what I like about that is regardless if you think it's corrupt or not, you know, it's wrestling to me, Leon. I can't get offended by stuff. Like, of course, you see the frustration on Brunson and Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau was going off with them refs. That ref had to walk away because he knew the fix was in, and Tom Thibodeau was going off, and he kind of expected that. But what Ant-Man said, if you think about this, and this is why it's important, like I meant to tell AllBall this is why it's important to have Jalen Brunson make the All-Star game. It's important to him to be in a three-point contest. Like it or love it or hate it, despise it. It's important for him to go through something like this because now he's so viral right now. Jalen Brunson's face of frustration, the people's champion is getting something robbed from him. Now the people are going to root for him. This is how this works. This is why I love the fact that nobody's talking about this. The way Jalen Brunson responded to that. A pure professional. No complaining, no whining, no nothing. Yo, it was a great call, man. Yo, they blew that call on you. How do you feel about that, Jalen Brunson? Yo, it was a great call, man. It was a great call. Next question, man. Like, I'm done. No whining like your favorite superstars. Because Ant-Man's kind of crying. But Ant-Man, to your point, Leon Mitchell, Ant-Man did a very smart thing. He wanted to remind the refs, hey, when it come playoff time, when these things matter, don't call that for SGA because those ain't no calls. I'll take the $100,000 fine right now if it means I'm mano-a-mano with SGA in the playoffs and I'm guarding up. I'm manning up and you give them that BS call. I told you this in the regular season. I don't want to see that in the playoffs. So the best at this, or one of the best at this, and what made Phil Jackson great is that Phil Jackson would speak through the media. See, a lot of people hate this. I don't think Tom Brady is the GOAT of the NFL. I think that's ludicrous. For several reasons, right? But with the Patriots and the Colts, Peyton Manning with the Colts, Tom Brady in football with the Patriots. Do you know how much complaining they used to do with the front office? How many calls they missed because Peyton Manning was so soft in the playoffs? And when you're the quarterback, you're gonna get rocked. The least amount of contact you have to deal with as a quarterback, the better, especially for Peyton Manning, right? That was lobbying for the superstar guy to have him in prime time win. Same thing with Jalen Brunson. Same thing with Ant-Man. To your point, Leon Mitchell, great point. Great statement. Ant-Man is lobbying for the playoffs. Just think about how people are saying stuff. I love Ant-Man's leadership. I don't love that his love life got leaked. But it is what it is. You do this. Look, Brunson was chilling in the most frustrating hot tank you could possibly deal with the pressure. Being in New York, being on that stage, primetime game, and you're still in front of the media, respecting the refs as much as you can, respecting the NBA as much as you can. Hey, I get it. It's a TV show, and I'm ready for it. That's all Brunson is saying. We got our guy, man. Kenneth Parker, get ready. Becky Hammond. Hey, girl, where you been? I ain't seen you in a while. You leaving my text on red. You ain't picking up my calls. I know you heard the voice message, Becky. Adam Silver is pure corruption. It all is, man. It's WWE out here. He was the people's champ for a moment. Clyde's first signature shoe deal on and off the court superstar. Big time. The way they talk about him, man, and you could tell he's still fly. And he talks his talk on the air. He's one of the only Knicks employees that gets away with saying whatever he wants to. Especially when, Dolan's a lunatic. He's a straight savage. And he got Charles Oakley kicked out of the stadium. Which, come on now, double-edged sword here. Oakley's a wild boy. He's a wild boy. And but we love him so much that we would never want our crazy lunatics, a lunatic superstar for us, a star for us, get kicked out the way that he did, getting dragged out like that. We don't want to see that. That's how much we love him, that we know he's so crazy, but we would never want him to get kicked out like that. So imagine if there's no lunacy behind the star and he has even more superstardom in a Clyde Frazier, and he's so beloved that Dolan can't touch him, no matter what Clyde Frazier says. Danny Berry was good, baby. Yeah, sir. Junkyard Dog. Avon Allen, AllBall quoted a long time ago. Draymond Green is the junkyard dog of the NBA. He is crazy. Kamala. God bless the dead. I think Junkyard Dog passed away too. Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Sting. Is Sting overrated? Because if compared to Sting is a better wrestler than Hulk Hogan, more athletic, but he ain't on the same level. He ain't even peak to Ultimate Warrior level, and they were teammates, right? But you'd rather have Sting's career than Ultimate Warrior. You'd rather have that. You'd rather have Ultimate Warrior's peak because that was like Goldberg. Like Goldberg was like Ultimate Warrior all over again. Except Goldberg had some more moves, a little more athletic. And I hated Goldberg in his prime. Everybody loved Goldberg. I used to hate Goldberg because I thought that was their fake Stone Cold, right? But would you rather be Sting or Goldberg? Because Sting is a legend, decades in the game, still relevant. But who makes more money? Like, it depends, right? It's almost like that player that gets injured short in their career. Sting is a legend, but he's not quite, let's say, Hulk Hogan, even Bret Hart. Bret Hart is the same style as Sting, and Sting got more flair than Bret Hart. Bret Hart is a boring Tim Duncan wrestler, but he's still Bret Hart for us. He's a notch above Sting. Sting ain't no HBK. HBK put on the show. Rob Van Dam was the fake HBK the whole effing show. He said he's the whole effing show. HBK said, I'm the main event. I don't show up for Monday Night Raw, for Sunday this, Saturday this. No, I show up for the pay-per-view, and I'm the main event. HBK is like top 5 wrestlers, man. He played heel. He played good guy. He wasn't as good of a good guy as he was a heel, though. And that's the key with The Rock and Stone Cold. Nah. Ric Flair? Sting ain't quite that. Sting at his apex is NWO Sting. Silent, quiet, build a mystique Sting. That was his apex. But before and after that, he didn't have nothing equal to it. That's what makes Hulk Hogan, bro. Hulk Hogan but he was also leg drop at Bash at the Beach. Clumsy villain at first, because remember, they had to kind of coach him. Scott Hall, God bless them, my favorite wrestler of all time, who changed the game. Scott Hall changed the game, and nobody says that. But Hulk Hogan said it gave him his props. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash had to coach Hulk Hogan to be a bad guy, because Hulk was kind of like, bro, this ain't 1975, bro. You gotta be a little more. But Hollywood Hulk Hogan was damn near Hulkamania. Sting, NWO fake the Crows thing wasn't quite. Bret Hart as a bad guy? Come on, man. Like, we hated him. He was mad annoying. Shut up, Mr. Fundamental. Damn, I just smacked the mic. We don't care, Bret Hart. We don't care about you. And he was annoying. He was the annoying fundamental dude. but it worked. It worked. And he knocked out Vince McMahon in real life. Let me tell you something. Bret Hart is to be respected. Them wrestlers were scared to death of Bret Hart backstage. HBK and your man Triple H were scared to death of Bret Hart. They wanted 0 parts of Bret Hart. 0. He was dead serious. The Rock, Stone Cold. Ric Flair saying The Rock in the top 5 wrestlers, mad disrespectful. But you got wrestling is like boxing. You could go back 100 years. There's so many wrestlers that we're gonna forget about. Because remember, Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan copied all their hosts, everybody's style. I'm veering off. Tony Atlas, George the Animal Steel, all these guys were the precursors. We going all the way, baby. It's still a league. Oh, my bad. Make it make sense. Straight facts. Make it make sense. From the bottom of our hearts here, AllBall TV, Fabian Perspective, the whole family. Appreciate you and your $1.99. Are you kidding me? Love you. Knicks better get somebody off waivers. Who? The brother of Robin Lopez? Fabian, how can I reach you? Click in the description. My Instagram is there. My Twitter is there. Click that and then just send me a DM, Mac. What's going on, Mac, by the way? Make it make sense, man. Beautiful. Appreciate you, my brother. Straight facts. Refs need to officiate according to the action on the court, not the names on the jerseys. Again, they are always going to... Yo, when the hell did Michael Jordan foul out? We got to keep it real. If you're an old school dude and you keep trashing LeBron, no problem. No problem. But we got to keep it real. Michael Jordan got every single call possible. He used to travel. Michael Jordan used to dead travel. And I'll be like, yo, isn't that a walk? Before these guys travel, that's why we say, you talking about Michael Jordan couldn't play in his era, or we have a whole bunch of Michael Jordans. No, we have a bunch of fake Michael Jordans in his era. Because if he's allowed to travel, it's over for all of y'all. We're talking about somebody who was mad competitive. We don't even know what he would do to win. We don't know. I don't want to cast any aspersions because Mike is crazy. But he's so competitive, we really thought that he was gambling and he would let his pops. We thought that's how believable that story is, that Mike is that competitive. You understand what I'm saying? Mike probably fouled out once his whole career. I'm telling you. So we can't complain about the whistle like that because remember, Brunson isn't 6'6" either. Steph Curry gets mauled. I love Steph Curry. I think his game changes back in the day. The playoffs is proof that he couldn't play 82 games like this. The way they call the game in the playoffs was more so how the game was played back in the day. Steph Curry it would be harder for him. So, and they don't even give him calls in this era. And he's the premier star. So do we expect Brunson to get the calls? We have to be prepared for that. We have to put as much pressure on the refs as possible. Replay every single missed call from now on 1,000,000 times on Twitter. That's our job. Again, vote them into the All-Star game and replay all the missed calls. At Candace Parker, at Bob Myers, you bum. At Stephen A. Smith, you hypocrite, sellout. At all of them. In the 70s, coaches told their teams to go after the star and try to get him in foul trouble. You can't do that now. It's a different era because there's no TV. Remember, there's no forget a replay. You can't even go look at a screen in the stadium in the 1970s and look at the replay. Because if there had been replay in the 70s, seen a stabbing, a shooting, something would have taken place. And Madison Square Garden in the 19th, Mac, you know better than me. Everybody, please watch that documentary. Not the Garden. When the Garden was whatever the hell back in the day with Phil Jackson and all of them, they said that they should throw Phil Jackson banana peels because you had nothing but gamblers in the Garden crowd. Could you imagine if we had a replay, Mac, and somebody lost a crazy, not a parlay, but a crazy bet back then? You know how many rides would have been going down when the Garden was Eden, right? Okay, I got you, Fabian. Who had the coldest finisher? Oh man, why you bringing me back to that? You had Easy Goldberg over Sting at his peak, yeah, but Sting's career is better. But I see you saying going with Goldberg's career. That's tough, man. Looking back, Sting was trash. I said that. I was saying that. He was kind of trash. He was trying his best, but the best version of Sting was an NWO. Who had the coldest finisher? The guy who I thought in this era was going to be that dude was Randy Orton. And because I stopped watching after John's, like John Cena is wild corny. He is ridiculously corny. I don't know how you guys, but Randy Orton is kind of clumsy. He didn't follow through. His finish is crazy. His finish is bananas because you could do that from anywhere. Anywhere. Stone Cold is ultimate. He is classic. Classic Stone Cold. Hulk Hogan might have the worst finisher of all the superstars. You know, Ric Flair with the leg lock, figure 4 leg lock. Come on now. Iron Sheik with the camel clutch is crazy. He's like, they just when once he had your favorite superstar. The Iron Sheik, when you please, I know Hulk Hogan, you racist bastard. I know how he's looked like now, and Vince McMahon and all of them. Please watch the Hulk Hogan Joe Rogan interview. When he talks about what happened in Puerto Rico, Wild Gangster. Watch what Hulk Hogan is talking. I told you, wrestling is like boxing. This thing goes back 1,000 years. There's nothing but gangsters that run that because it's like a circus and you're putting on a show. Watch what Hulk Hogan says about Puerto Rico. Watch what he talks about his fentanyl problem, which is crazy, and also what he talks about with the Iron Sheik. Them dudes were real life scared of Iron Sheik. All of them. All of them. He said, you know, we all worked out and everything, but the Iron Sheik used to wield around some crazy, and Iron Sheik used to do it in the promos. This crazy, like, used to throw this thing around, and people used, like, the wrestlers would be like, yo, we can't even lift. That's 400 pounds? What the hell is the Iron Sheik? Yo, Iron Sheik looks crazy. Fabian, do you think the Knicks and Rockets will play that extra 5 minutes? It feels like Adam Silver. Yo, I just finished saying, if this is the conspiracy that I think it is, see, I don't know. But if it's gonna be like wrestling, I think that they're so empathetic in this era. Adam Silver. Remember, David Stern wouldn't do this. David Stern would not overturn this call. Adam Silver is more likely to turn over the call. Let's keep it 1,000 now. He's way more empathetic, sympathetic, whatever the word is. David Stern was a cold-blooded. You know what? God bless the dead. Cold-blooded. Adam Silver. I can see this being overturned. They're gonna play those 5 minutes. I'm saying it here because it puts Jalen Brunson at a different level. They understand now that the Knicks have a star like Carmelo all over again. What Carmelo was supposed to do, come here in the off season. Even though I got to watch this thing with D Wade, he just premiered that. They have a guy. It feels like an organic superstar, and there is nothing like an organic star in any form of entertainment, music, movies, TV, you name it. Jalen Brunson is that organic star in New York. There's no better place on earth to do this in. You give him the 5 minutes, and he wins that ball game because he was going to win that ball game. That's the thing we didn't get into. Dylan Brooks came after him after the game and shook that man's hand like, yo, nah, man, I ain't. You got it. Because you can't get into Jalen Brunson's head. You can't get into his head. I agree on the empathy statement. Yeah, man. There was something I saw. I alluded to it earlier with Steven Jackson. There's a couple things. I want to get into the Luca is frustrated with the with the Mavericks thing. He's so frustrated. Nah, where is it at? Luca frustrated with Knicks. Did Ian Begley report this? Damn it. Ian Begley, Luca, Dallas. I guess we'll take it to the fadeaway. Luca Doncic may become an unhappy Dallas if the Mavericks disappoint in the playoffs. There's a lot of ifs. Let's talk about that real quick. Luca Doncic. Luca Doncic may become unhappy in the playoffs. Luca Doncic may become unhappy in Dallas if the Mavericks. Are we doing commercials like that? Or we'll cut you out. Luca Doncic may become unhappy in Dallas if the Mavericks disappoint in the playoffs. This is on the fadeawayworld.net site, but Ian Begley is the one that reported this. NBA Insider Ian Begley is reporting that Doncic may become unhappy in Dallas if they don't impress in the playoffs. According to NBA Insider Ian Begley, if Dallas disappoints, yada yada yada. And this is Eddie Presti. He's another guy on Knicks Twitter that's really good. I see his face all the time. He was wild, but you know. According to NBA Insider Ian Begley, if Dallas disappoints in the playoffs, there are whispers around the NBA that Luca may become unhappy in Dallas. The Knicks can offer 7 first-round draft picks, 3 swaps for his services this summer. Would you give up the house for Luca if he becomes available? I mean, would you give up the house? That wouldn't be the house. If Luca Doncic becomes available, that's not the house. 7 draft picks. Listen, you're not giving up 7 draft picks for just Luca Doncic. You're giving up 7 draft picks for the chance to have Luca Doncic paired up with Jalen Brunson. That's what you're doing. If you don't have to give up that much, and you have to get rid of Julius Randle at that point. Like Flea just broke down earlier. You can't have. They don't want super teams. The league is going to be anti-super team. They saw what happened with the ratings. As much as, Mark Cuban was a guy who's been talking about that online, that Twitter and all these reposting, all that stuff matters for NBA content. But think about all these TV ratings and all these TV deals that are about to happen. These TV ratings is the reason why these players are getting the $300-400 million contracts. You still need to answer these things. The Super Bowl is the highest rated Super Bowl of all time. This past one with the Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers. Why? Because it's not just that these advertisers are paying for their advertisements at the Super Bowl. These advertisers are paying for the Super Bowl run. They're not just paying for 30 seconds on a Super Bowl. That's what's not talked about. These advertisers are paying for 2 weeks of sponsorship. So little by little, you'll see them on your local TV network, and it'll say Doritos is coming out with a new commercial for the Super Bowl. Look at a preview. That is what they're paying for. The NFL knows that. They generated $16 billion. It's not by accident. Budweiser, all these guys, they got billions of dollars being promoted. It's not just that they're generating the money off of the play on the field. The promotion behind it. The NFL is being helped with promotion by ESPN and Disney and these channels, yes, but it's also their business partnerships with Budweiser and all these other companies that are helping promote the product and those commercial spots during the Super Bowl. And mind you, That's the Super Bowl. So now imagine during the week when you have these local advertisements and promotions. That's what the NBA is missing. They're missing out on a lot of money. There's a lot of money being missed out because we're allowed to just take things on Twitter, chop it up, and repost it. You think the NBA knows that? Again, going back to wrestling, the NBA, the NFL, all of them messed up by not having an app that's like the WWE app. The WWE app is no joke. Oh my God, thank you. First time catching the show. Great job. Make it make sense, man. Bro, I appreciate you, my brother. Trust me, like we do this, we're passionate. We're trying to do this full time for y'all, man. We ain't trying to play any games out here, baby. 2 super chats for Make It Make Sense. I love you, my brother. We're here. We try to be here every day around this time. Talk about the Knicks. But going back to what I was saying, the wrestling aspect. I think I lost my train of thought. Football, NBA. Oh, the wrestling app. The NBA their app should be more like the WWF, where if you type in George McCloud from the Denver Nuggets, you could see anything George McCloud related on there. The fact that they don't have an app that is that serious is a travesty because they should have a sponsor on the NBA app on a daily basis. Yo, $1 million, $2 million. Give me $10 million a day. And we're going to promote you on the app. Headline it. Boom. NBA sponsored by, let's say Disney, whatever. I'd score you give me $10 million for every day. That's $3 billion for the year. That's $3 billion. Or F it. Split it to $2 million for every spot. At this time, after every single game online, the big time games, you're gonna have to come back for these highlights. For that first hour, all the highlights are right here. You give that spot up for $20 million. Are you kidding me? Who do you think you're dealing with right now? Bro, when you have just stepped into the Fabian Perspective Zone, AllBall TV. Do you know the ideas that we come up with over here? If the NBA said nobody can show replays from 10 o'clock at night till 2 p.m. in the morning, the app is $7.99. The NBA League Pass is $200. Everybody's paying $200 a year. If you tell me all the highlights are on this app from 12 p.m. at night to 1 in the morning, it's over. Game changer. But they can't do that because they got the sponsorships with the channels and all that too, right? But you got to be able to finagle that. Yo, CBS, you can have this for 2 hours or whatever it is. It is a lot involved with that, man. But the point is that the WWE has the best app. The NBA does. The NBA app is basically trash. And this came out of Luca Donic. Luca Donic rant. What was I talking about? Luca Donic. I'll be going crazy, man. Yeah, Luca Donic coming to the Knicks. I don't know how I got from Luca Donic to that, but it's Luca coming to the Knicks would be, is what it is. We wouldn't give up everybody for it. We would be giving up. You're not trading 7 draft picks for Luca Doncic. You're trading 7 draft picks for the pairing of Luca Doncic and Jalen Brunson, the teammates who went to the conference finals already. Come on, Luca's way better than Julius Randle. That's not close, bro. There's a absolute gap between them, and both of them are stink on defense. Luca Doncic is horrible on defense. What else is on the agenda? Oh, I saw this too. Two mystery teams believe that LeBron James would consider signing with them if they were to draft Bronny James. people are speculating that LeBron would make, less than $51 million in the option if they sign Bronny. So they're saying, as Mark Stein reported a couple of days ago, they're saying that LeBron James was signed with a mystery team and turned down his player option of $50 million. Okay, if they get Bronny. Money-wise, that doesn't make sense. Bronny's not getting $20 million to come to the Knicks or whatever it is. I mean, you set up his future. So I agree with anything LeBron's going to do for his kids. That would be a next level thing. But I don't think LeBron is setting anything up for this kid, Bronny. I think LeBron is setting it up for the other kid. You know what I mean? Like, you still have to create relationships. He can't just twist anybody's arm anymore and say it's either this or that. LeBron James, you can't do that anymore. You're done. Get out of here, bro. We don't care, Bron. The Lakers, let's get to that. Hold on a second. Let's get to that. Nobody's talking about this. Warriors, LeBron James. Let's talk about that. Is this one better? I like having the Knicks Rehab in the logo. Come on, we gotta promote our stuff. ESPN story with Ramon Shelburne over a 24-hour window prior to the trade deadline that included owner-to-owner conversations. The Warriors made an unsuccessful bid to convince the Lakers and LeBron James to consider a trade to pair with Steph Curry. Now, are we allowed to click on this article and read it? Because sometimes the ESPN thinks they're slick and they want us to click to okay. Now, stay with me, y'all. This is not just some LeBron James, no Knicks fodder here. This is absolutely has everything to do with the Knicks. Oh, you can't see what I see. Hold on. Because they're letting me see the article right now. So I ain't paying you ESPN another damn cent. Sources. This is the article here. Over a clandestine 24 hours, Warriors and Lakers LeBron James was considered to join longtime rival Steph Curry. If LeBron James were to join Steph Curry, we would laugh at him. LeBron, LeBron James. Bron, I'm glad you turned that down because we would laugh. We would roast you all day. Stop trying to tell me you're not competing with Michael Jordan because if you join LeBron James, I mean, if LeBron James joins Steph Curry, that will be automatic flagrant 3 suspension. Armed with encouragement of Warriors star Draymond Green. Oh, shocker. Draymond Green was encouraging the Warriors brass to go get LeBron James. Jeannie Buss was involved, yada, yada, yada. Earlier Wednesday, Green, who Paul represents at Clutch, had sent Paul a text message soliciting his help in convincing James to join Golden State. Green was the lead recruiter in the Kevin Durant free agency signing. I don't care about all this. Look at this, though. Look at this part. Now we get to the Eastern Conference. Dunleavy was the second team executive called to Pelinka on a possible James trade, sources said. After seeing James' cryptic social media post of an hourglass a week before the trade deadline, 76ers president of basketball operations, Daryl Morey, called Pelinka to probe on a James trade and was immediately told that James wasn't available. So Daryl Morey of the 76ers was trying to go and get LeBron James to Philadelphia. Pelinka responded by asking Morey if Joel Embiid was available. So Pelinka wanted Joel Embiid for LeBron. Now, mind you, all of you LA fans who told me and AllBall that we were bugging because the Lakers would want to trade LeBron. If the number one option, LeBron James, if he was the number one option, if he's such a number one option, how can you have him being traded? There should be no question about it. And don't tell me, well, Joel Embiid's an MVP. Joel Embiid is a perennial injury-prone star, is what he is, who doesn't show up in the playoffs. That's who you're trading for. Some nice compensation. You can try to dress it up all you want to, but you can't avoid the fact that we're saying what the Lakers are thinking. LeBron is too much of a headache. The risk ain't worth the reward here if we're not going to win. Right? What's so hard to understand about that? Philadelphia. So that's the Philly part. Look, where is the nooks and crannies to this? Lakers, Western Conference. Oh, no. There was a piece here that they were talking about LeBron to the Knicks, man. I'll find it. I'll find that. Let me just make sure. I'm gonna see if we have any Knicks news on Twitter before we log off. Get some of my latest. Taj Gibson is a real New Yorker. Josh Hart clowning him for wearing Timbs to shoot around. Josh Hart.
Like they slides. They give you that deal, man. I'm over here wearing slides to shoot around. This dude wearing Timbs. He wearing Timbs like they slides. They give you that deal, man. I'm over here wearing slides.
Josh Hart, you better watch your mouth in New York City, Josh Hart. I don't know what the hell you're thinking, Josh Hart. Taj Gibson, Josh Hart, looks like a real Fort Greene dude, by the way. When they zoom in on Taj Gibson's dome piece, pause, and he got that unshaven scalp like that, and that rugged Brooklyn look, he looks like a dude from Fort Greene. Let's not get this twisted. He looks like my man got a 40 ready from. I don't know how he stays in shape from Fort Greene like that. He's built to last. Let's go. Pause. What else we got over here? You just watch and you're in awe. He held it 0.5 of a second left. He was pretty confident it was going in, no rebounds. Mike D'Antoni on Jeremy Lin's game winner. This day in 2012. Oh, so this day in 2012. We rejoice. As the earth burns to a song like that trying to ruin my life. We need a Mike Breen, Jeremy Lin at the top of the key. Over some no-name Raptor. Game winner. Linsanity. Look at Landry Fields. Look at the likes of what we were rooting for. Double check, no back. Got commercials in here. That's us, baby. New York Conspiracy. Presence of True, that's not being talked about. Fourth quarter defensively last night. Knicks, shout out to Knicks Nation on look at that. Look what he's doing to Sengun. He had about 4 blocks, 18 rebounds for Achua. Look, offensive foul. You kidding me? He had 9 offensive rebounds, 8 defensive rebounds. And let's not forget, look at that block. Achua was amazing against the Rockets. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. Sengun who? Sengun. Silly Sengun. Here we go. Final play. We set up the conspiracy call. Jalen Green, Mr. Superstar. Get out of here. You talking about? Presence of True. Flea is the guy that preaches. He preaches patience. Precious Achua, I'm sorry. You have a lot of talent. You have filled in, pause pretty nicely. This is amazing. 17 rebounds, keying in on the weaknesses of the Rockets, keying in on the weaknesses of many teams. He's had multiple 16, 17 rebound games, filling in for Hartenstein. Come on, man. Ochua, Hartenstein, and Mitchell Robinson. If they can be healthy during the playoff run, it's going to be insane, because this is what I got scared about with the Mavericks. Because for them to get, what's the guy's name from Washington that went over there? Gafford, Daniel Gafford to Dallas, right? You now have Derek Lively can sit on the bench. Derek Lively can take a game off if getting his nose broken. And now you have Daniel Gafford in there filling in for him and also rotating for him. So now at all times you have someone, two guys on the you have someone on the court in Dallas that is a need, and what the team not revolves around, because obviously Luca and Kyrie, that kind of scoring, but he spells them. They need them kind of players. Y'all talk about Brunson. Luca's flaws is evident. He doesn't play any defense. Kyrie can get scored on. He's a small guy, right? So when you compliment those guys, because they're superstar stud scorers, you compliment them with the Derek Lively and the Daniel Gafford. It seems small. PJ Washington. These are not headliners. Stephen A. Snitch, as they call you in the streets. Stephen A. Lie. They're not the headline guys that are going to steal the headlines. No. But you don't think Luca Doncic, you know how happy he is to throw alley-oops to Gafford and Lively? At any given time, I'm on the court, my man's in foul trouble. Lively, oh, no problem, bring Gafford in here. Yo, alley-oop. Changes everything. Back to the Knicks. Ochua, Hartenstein, and Mitchell Robinson. Now, if I was looking for Gafford to be the guy that Ochua might be, if you have Gafford in there, I'm sorry, if you have Ochua in there playing the Taj Gibson role, he's a super Taj Gibson on the Bulls role. And then he spells Hartenstein. If these guys could get healthy in the playoffs, and Mitchell Robinson is looming. Mitch, if you need another 2 weeks off and take the first round off, please do so. Please do so. We need the Mitchell Robinson Willis Reed impersonation. But don't miss a game. Miss that first round. Miss the second round. Get into your shape. Do not rush back, please. Because if you get into the conference finals or the second round, 85% coming off the bench, 20 minutes a game, the Boston Celtics, the Milwaukee Bucks are going to be scared to death. The Cleveland Cavaliers, who are on a roll right now, I don't want to disrespect you guys, but we took your heart last year. And the Cleveland Boogeyman, the Boogeyman that rode to Cleveland last playoffs, if he is lurking around, we don't know if he's going to play. That is all you need to start off with. And then if he actually plays 85%, Jared Allen, this ain't no Ben Simmons, Papa. This is your boogeyman. This is the guy who will take your heart with the bright lights. That's what Jared Allen said. The lights were too bright for me. They weren't too bright. Mitchell Robinson's too dark. Ho, ho. That's all we want, man. Precious Achiuwa makes that happen if he continues to play like this, is my point. Let's not veer off. Don't let Fabian rant go crazy. Let's stick to the point. Precious Achiuwa is the reason why Mitchell Robinson can be the playoff boogeyman. That's a fact. I want to end on this note. Candace Parker, we ain't playing with you in these streets. I told you on Twitter, we are real. I think I know why Candace Parker hates on the Knicks. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Let's get to these comments before we out of here, though. I'm glad we don't have all of our guys playing tips, could run them in the dirt. Come playoffs. Yo, that sounds like all ball road. Yo, that sounds like all ball road. That. Are you all ball's cousin, sir? He went to the dirt. Come playoffs, we could have an early exit. But to your point, if we had them healthy, I don't think that's the case, especially with these trades now, sir. Because Bogdanovich and Burks, come on now. Now, like I said yesterday, I'm gonna sound like a broken record. Bogdanovich is not Evan Fournier falling out of favor with Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau, you agreed to this trade. There's no way that you didn't. I can tell because of the playoff time you are giving Bogdanovich. I can tell because you're very excited. He had vital minutes in that game against the Rockets, by the way. If I'm not mistaken, he had 9 points in the fourth quarter. Bogdanovich. He's tough and he's confident. He's not that Bogdanovich has swag. Bogdanovich is that Eastern European dude that we all know in the park that plays full court games with us all day long from sun up to sundown, smoking a bogey in between games. In between breaks, he might crack out a cigarette, a Newport, a Camel. I forgot what my Eastern European brothers, what their favorite smokes is. But Bogdanovich is smoking it. He is the professional. Shout out to Knicks. Bacchus Knicks. He got the best Knicks graphics ever. He needs to make the professional with Bogdanovich on there. Hold on. Another super chat. Wow. Make it make sense. The youngest son is way better than Bronny. That's what they're saying, bro. That's what they're saying. Make it make sense. They're saying, that's all I've heard. LeBron's younger son with the glasses, the goggles, they're saying he is the real deal as far as an NBA prospect. I haven't heard one bad thing about him. I haven't heard one bad thing about that kid. And Bronny, he looks more like a star. I'm not gonna lie to you, like a prototypical pretty boy kind of guy. So I didn't know if it was hate or not, but he's on the bench now. I think at USC. So everything that everyone was saying, he shouldn't be all McDonald's high school player and all that. Like people were saying that too about him. They wanted him out of there, bro. But the other kid, I forgot his name. That's not Maximus, whatever his name. I know LeBron has a dope name for one of his sons. Yeah. But that's all I've heard. Make it make sense. Mac Media, no elite player is coming to the Knicks to be the number 2. Not a knock on Brunson, but those guys not wired that way. Fish, what's up, Fish? I can agree with that, but anybody who's a number 1, like if Luca comes here, he's a number 1. I don't think we could really. He's too ball dominant. Like his I think there's what we don't talk about enough is on the court personality, because Dirk Nowitzki's on the court personality. It takes on it's a whole different life form than off the court, because he's such a nice guy that he needs to be Venom from Spider-Man. He needs to put the Venom costume on and stop being nice. Like against the Miami Heat, stop being nice. Udonis Haslem made a great point that I never thought about. Spoelstra didn't put in Haslem and guard Dirk Nowitzki for that final play in game 2, I think it was, against the Mavericks when they came back and won, because he took Nowitzki's heart in the 04 finals. Nobody, the 06 finals, nobody talks about that. Dirk was a chump, and his off the court too nice personality was leading him on the court. But his on the court personality, when it's turned on, it's unstoppable. So Luca Doncic's on court personality, even off the court, he seemed like a really cool dude. But on the court, he could be a savage when he's not whining too much, and he's too ball dominant and just this flat out scorer star to really play number 2 to a smaller player like Brunson like that. you know, I don't want to say he's a bigger version of Brunson because Brunson's more efficient. He shoots more efficiently than Luca Donic, especially from the outside. I'm glad we don't have all the. Oh yeah, you said that. Fabian, do you think Knicks and Rockets will play the extra 5 minutes? Yeah, I said yeah. Agree on sympathy statement. Hart needs to kick Brooks' ass for doing Brunson like that. When Brooks lowered that shoulder, Tibbs should have leaked the Knicks off the court. Yeah, come on now, Tibbs. You're supposed to be a throwback coach. Where is our goon? Where is our goon? That's my thing about, even signing someone like Draymond. We need a goon on this damn court, man. Because that, again, going back to what Candace Parker's statement is, nobody has said this. Nobody has said this. Who was Allen Iverson's goon? Right? Who was Allen Iverson's goon? Now, let's go back to the smaller players that won championships. Hey, by the way, these smaller players have gone to 8 championships, and they have 6 in between them. Isaiah Thomas, Steph Curry. Isaiah Thomas had a team full of goons. Full of goons. You were not playing with Isaiah Thomas like that. If you did, it was a fight. It was a fight. So you almost didn't even want to start with him because you knew it was a fight, right? And it would be scrappy, and you're playing into their game. Mental madness, right? Quarter to Draymond Green, and we see the footage here. Draymond Green was the guy that was the enforcer for Steph Curry. The fact that nobody smacked Steph Curry once to get to Draymond Green, this league is soft. But the point is, Draymond Green is Steph Curry's enforcer. Brooks, Hart, Josh Hart, if that's your man like that, enough of your little pretty boy braids, Taj Gibson, you're asking why. Josh Hart is asking why Taj Gibson is wearing Timbs. That's why, Josh Hart. You need to put some Timbs on. You need to put some Timbs on, Josh Hart, and get to work. You really deserve 18, 20 minutes a game for a championship team, and part of that 18, 20 minutes might need you to be whooping on anybody who touches your man Brunson. Come on, let's keep it 1,000, Hart. Who is our goon? Great, excellent point, Mac. My insiders are the coaching staff. None of this is legit. Luca is good in Dallas. Fish, I can only agree with you. I know, interestingly enough, Mark Cuban lost a lot of money, apparently. That's something that I want to watch with you guys. Damn, do we have time? I hope AM Hoops is one of my favorite basketball gossipy channels. I want to watch that with you guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. AM Hoops is one of my favorite YouTube channels, right? He talked about everything NBA. And he talked about like he's the one who spoke about Julius Randle leaving CAA and RJ Barrett leaving CAA as well, and how they would get traded for OG Anunoby in the offseason, if I'm not mistaken. I think that video is in here. All right. This was 10 days ago. Yeah, he has it somewhere in there. But his last video. Oh, no commercials. You ain't getting no commercials from me. His last video. Damn it. My guy AM Hoops, his last video was fire. It's about why did Mark Cuban sell the Mavericks?
Of the year wasn't Pascal Siakam. It was Mark Cuban selling the Mavericks. Dude was the last owner you would think would do that. People say, oh, well, he bought him for $285 million, sold for billions. Anyone would do that. Yeah, right. The Mavs weren't an investment for him. They were his baby. Remember this?
I'm pretty sure you're turning down $1.4 billion.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm turning down anything, but yeah.
You're turning down anything?
Yeah.
Like, would you turn down $3 billion?
Yeah.
You turned down.
Look what he said. I'll turn down. He said, I'll turn down a $3 billion. That's what he was on with Bill Simmons. Bill Simmons had a crazy conspiracy theory too, by the way.
Turned down $3 billion?
Yeah. What do I need $3 billion for?
Oh, so what changed? Well, part of the answer is that Cuban kept a minority stake and still makes basketball decisions. But let's be honest, as soon as the Mavs start losing, dude who paid $3 billion is going to be like, hey, Mark.
I get this is hard, but I'm out.
So if you're like me, you know.
This is my guy, man. AM Hoops is the man. AM Hoops is the man. He interviewed Kawhi Leonard. He was trying to be like a real media dude in the game. Sarcastic. I love him. I don't know where the hell he's from. He's hilarious. And he's a big time YouTuber right now, making his money. Over 200,000 views of video, man. You kidding me? He's killing it. Hilarious.
Oh, there's got to be more to this story. Well, it turns out there's Cuban's official reason for selling. Then there's what he doesn't want us to know. So let's expose the 3 secret reasons Cuban sold his baby. Well, he sold 70% of the team at a valuation at $3.5 billion, which means he made about $2.45 billion. The new owners are actually 2 families, the Adelsons and the Dumonts. Together, they run the Las Vegas Sands Corporation. Cuban said, financially, the Mavs are in a far better position to be able to compete, which is true. The new owner's net worth is about $33 billion. So they go from the 11th richest team to number 2 behind the Clippers. But with the new CBA, the net worth of your owner doesn't even matter that much. The real reason will make Mark Cuban a lot more money than what he got selling the team. The new owner wants to make gambling legal in Texas. Miriam Adelson shamelessly donated $3 million to Texas politicians because it's a huge market, the 2nd richest state in the U.S. behind California. If Texas...
You kidding me? You kidding me? Listen, man. And this, look, he's breaking the game down to you. Who bought it? The family that's involved. It's a gambling family. It's about that just bought the Mavericks. I mean, if you don't know, Mark Cuban sold the team for $3+ billion. He sold it to a family, a casino family, gambling family, whatever you say it. They bought the Mavericks. A gambling family bought an organization, a company in a state where gambling is illegal right now. Only in America.
Texas was a country, it would be the 9th richest nation in the world. But owning the Dallas Mavericks was a big part of her plan. First, legalize gambling in Texas. Then, build a new Mavs arena inside a resort and casino complex. And because Cuban still owns 27%, he will cash out big time on legalized gambling. The Mavs' current arena lease ends in 2030, so they have about 6 years to make their multi-billion-dollar scheme a reality. Now, I don't actually think that is a shady reason because Cuban admits it, and like millions of Texans already drive out of state to gamble anyway. But the other reasons he sold the team are shocking. First is financial.
Here we go. Here we go. Get ready. Get ready. This is why I don't disrespect him. I don't care who you are on planet Earth. Everybody that's listening. This is called Knicks Rehab for a reason. Shout out to Boss Man. He always reminds me of this. The mission statement. Yo, we all get together. It's sports. Sports is religion for us, man. But we all got flaws. We all got ups and downs. I go to work every day and I see a bunch of mother lovers with a new parlay for every hour of the day. This is crazy. These people are nuts. And we all come here to talk about life, man. We got to figure this game out. Let's get rich together. We could be on the worst. Everything could be worse. The internet is the greatest place on earth. Somebody just sent me, not somebody, excuse me. Make it make sense. Never met this guy a day in my life. First time catching your show. He sent me a total of $9. You think it's nothing? He just paid for my coffee today. Are you kidding me? He just paid, excuse me, the people are watching. He paid the company $9, and the company will pay him for my coffee today. The people are watching. Let's make money together legally, guys. Let's not F around. We're here to make greatness. Mark Cuban has made greatness happen. I itched on him last year for losing Brunson, but there's no doubt he rebuilt that team. But why did he sell?
Financial trouble. But why would Mark Cuban have money problems? Because he went heavy into crypto during the pandemic. First, he invested in a crap coin called Titan, promised over 200% returns, and Mark advertised that on his personal blog. So tons of new investors flooded in. Titan jumped from $29 per coin to $65, but 3 days later went to $0. But don't worry, Cuban got out just in time. I got hit like everyone else. Crazy part is I got out. Thought they were increasing their TLV enough. Then bam! What a coincidence! 3 days after saying they were awesome, Cuban got out? Weird. Now, he later took responsibility and said, oh, sorry, I was too lazy to research. Now, he's not going to pay anyone back, but he might have to for this next scandal. Cuban promoted a crypto lending platform called Voyager, claimed it was as risk-free as you're gonna get, which is a huge red flag, especially in the crypto space. But listen to how nervously Cuban reads off this sketchy Mavericks promotion.
Fans who download the app, create an account using the promotional code MAVS100, deposit $100 and make a trade, will get $100 in crypto.
You'll never guess what happened next. Months later, Voyager went bankrupt because they were lending to shady individuals, but Cuban knew they were shady. Voyager was being sued for lying about having no fees, and Mark knew about it. And not only did he not tell his fans this while promoting them, he said it was almost risk-free. Now, Cuban is being sued for $5 billion. But if you think that's sketchy, it is nothing compared to his NFT project. Cuban bought the idea.
Yo, it gets worse. Hold on. Yo, Mark. This guy, let me tell you something. Let's all protect AM Hoops. This man is out here in these NBA streets, and he has to deal with some repercussions, maybe. I don't know if he's going to have to film for the rest of his life from his basement or wherever the hell he's at. AM Hoops, you got a supporter over here, my brother, in New York City. You make great content. Look how he's breaking the game down for you, man. Excellent content, produced, edited beautifully. He's telling you Mark Cuban got caught up in crypto scams, man. He got caught up in the crypto stuff, man. This is why you gotta be connected. You gotta protect yourself, man. Don't be silly. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid your whole life, guys. How many guys do you know you went to work with that were into crypto and they got caught up in it, man? Mark Cuban is a billionaire, has no reason to be into crypto. He thought this was about to make him $1 trillion. Let's be Mark. Yes, you're very smart and all that. I get it. You still fumble Jalen Brunson, just like you fumble crypto. Get your life in order.
IG handle @NFT in the height of the craze. The page highlighted certain NFT projects, and because Cuban's name was in the bio, it had credibility. What they didn't tell people was it was pay for play. All the posts were ads, but they never disclosed that. CoffeeZilla messaged them about a fake NFT project. All they asked him for was 20 grand at a 5-post minimum, so $100,000. No questions about the actual project. So a guy named Top Shot Fund on Twitter investigated and found 70% of the @NFT projects fell in value and 10% were straight up scams. So the only people who made money here were Mark Cuban and the sketchy NFT creators in most cases. Now,
you have to call him sketchy. Yo, AM Hoops, you bastard. You had to go. He called him sketchy. You gotta call him sketchy, man. Look at Mark Cuban's face. AM Hoops, you bastard. He's crazy, bro. AM Hoops is foul. You foul, AM Hoops, but you funny.
Now, Mark says he was not involved in operations, But this was a trend for him around that time. But the third reason he sold is bad for the entire NBA. In the last 18 months, 4 NBA teams have been sold, which is weird. It makes you wonder, what do these billionaires know that we don't? All of them made big profits because team valuations have gone way up. It all started with the $24 billion NBA media rights deal with ESPN and TNT in 2014. Annual revenue per team exploded from $966 million to $2.6 billion a year. So the average team value also went up. $2.3 billion in 2015, $3 billion in 2021, $3.4 billion in 2023. But Cuban might think the NBA bubble is about to burst. The new media rights deal is coming up, but TV ratings are way down. Now, I could give like 100 examples of this, but let's keep it simple. This is the average rating for a regular season game starting in 1990. It peaked with Michael Jordan when the last media rights deal
This is major.
was signed. Still respectable. Then immediately went in the tank. In fact, this year was an all-time low. The best NBA on ABC game ever was $5.42 million in 2012. The worst was during the pandemic, $2.77 million. Well, this year, there was an ABC game that drew $1.6 million. A new...
Oh, my dear Lord. Is the NBA in that much trouble? See, but I can't.
Too low. ABC has shows that get more views than that. Many of them get canceled. So why would this next NBA media rights deal be a good thing for the league? Cuban even admitted this days before he sold the team.
People forget, like, when you guys were in, the cap was like flat.
Yeah.
Right?
Solid.
It was just like 40 million to 50 million from 2000 when I bought the team. And there were years where it was down. And then in 2010, remember, New Orleans, no one would buy it. The league had to take it over. And so I'm not saying it's going to be like that, but the point is, it's not automatic that everything always gets better.
Yeah, just look at the top 100 TV shows of 2023. Let's see how many of them are basketball. Oh, wait, none of them. Cuban knows that's not good. Now, I do think this next media deal might be decent because Adam Silver just got a big extension from the owners, but this golden era of NBA revenue is about to end, so a ton of billionaire owners are getting out. Now, diehard fans like us don't really care about ratings that much. We just want to know, who's the next superstar to get traded? Well, Trae Young might actually be the next guy because he is openly flirting with Victor Wembanyama.
Nah, AM Hoops is my dude, man. AM Hoops, I love that dude. He just follow him. He breaks down a lot of stuff, especially behind the scenes stuff, and he just does his thing. Well, very well produced. To call Mark Cuban's partner sketchy is amazing, but think about that when you think about Luca now. So I understand what you're saying, Fish, when you said Bronny, Luca staying in Dallas, Mac Media, right? Luca staying in Dallas, right? You said my insiders are the coaching staff. None of this is legit. Luca is good in Dallas. That's, I wanna agree with that because it doesn't seem like he has any reason to leave. Yeah, they lost Brunson. That's major. But remember, come on now. Rick Carlisle left because Mark Cuban chose Luca over Rick Brunson, and Donnie Nelson Jr. retired, who was there after Donnie Nelson Sr. left. He retired and Rick Carlisle left because Cuban chose Luca. It looked like that's at least the outside looking in. So then after that, you get Porzingis, who's supposed to be cool with Luca. They get Brunson. He was, becomes a star damn near in Dallas to go to the Western Conference Finals. They lose him, and they could have kept him for cheaper. Luka's looking at that, right? And then all of a sudden, after hitting that low point this summer, missing the playoffs with Kyrie after you get Kyrie Irving, that's a low point. Now you get a top 10 draft pick, if I'm not mistaken. Major. You draft the right player. Major. Derek Lively's amazing. Then we get to the season, they're playing amazing, but Kyrie is still hurt. You'd rather have Brunson. If you're Luka, that handshake and that talk you had with Brunson at the Garden, it's a little bit different. If you're Luca Doncic, let's be honest, man. Kyrie, man, I love you and everything. But we always talk about players that can help you and is a superstar on the court and make things easier for you, right? On the court. right? Magic Johnson is making the game easier for you, just traditionally speaking. LeBron James, a lot of his fans will tell you he makes the game easier, but he does. LeBron James is super duper status. He's in a bunch of people's top 5. He makes the game. Shaq, they make the game easier for you on the court. But what about off the court? Who's taking the bullets? The person that could, like Dirk Nowitzki, was not built to take bullets as a personality off the court. Luca kind of is, but even if you're Luca, you're not really a Kobe, Shaq type of personality where you're looking for all that. Brunson is a guy who can be, again, we compare him to Derek Jeter. I'll take the bullets. I'll take the bullets. Why wouldn't Luca Donic want to come here when you got another guy who's a star already molded with a family that he does in New York? The Jalen Brunson family, that the La Cosa Nostra over here, right? If you're Luca, why wouldn't you want to pair up with that guy who's like a vest, Teflon vest for you, damn near, and can deflect a whole bunch of stuff? Because Luca knows how much he has to deal with the media, right? And your guy Mark Cuban is not going to be there. So who's going to come into Dallas and run the organization and make sure that you, the #1 draft pick, is considered still top dog and is catered to the way that he is with Mark Cuban? Is it a possibility for you to go with Jalen Brunson and go, yo, is your family good? Will they help me out? Would they adopt me? Would they adopt another Don? Come on, the conspiracy's alive, baby. Luca will stay in Dallas with the Knicks. He is going to see the ball less. This is Brunson's team. Mac, are you kidding me? You would have want Luca to Don on 7th Avenue every other night? Pause. We're turning this into the early 70s Knicks. Shout out to my guy, Allen. He said he hadn't felt this way since the early 70s Knicks. Do you feel that way, Mac? Because I know you, I don't want to call you a senior citizen or anything like that, but I know you're an elder statesman, Mac, and you've seen the Knicks for a long time. Please let us know, how reminiscent are the current Knicks to the 70s when the Garden was Eden Knicks, when Phil Jackson was a pup and a weirdo, by the way. Lucas staying in Dallas, Mac Media, got nothing to do with Brunson. Definitely was looking on the bench for a hitman. Only Precious looked like he about that life. Remember, Vaughn, Precious was raised out in the BX, in the Bronx. Let's not forget that. I gotta keep that in mind. I'm gonna start watching Precious a little bit more. Pause. His name is crazy, but he got the kind of name that you know they picked on him. And if they said the wrong thing, I want to see how he responds. Fish, I agree. He's staying in Dallas. My question is, if he becomes a Knick, would he be okay being the second option versus #1? Listen, this ain't LeBron at 39 years old. This is Luca Doncic at 25, whatever the hell he is. He's the #1. He was the #1 guy there. As a matter of fact, they traded off. Remember, Luca's a fat boy who had to take off games. Let's be honest about that. A lot of places to eat in New York City. But we will call you out, Luca. Don't be walking around here thinking you just walk around the city like that and eat everything possible. You're going to be a little fat boy, little dough boy on the Knicks. We will call you out. Brunson can take the lead dog at time. You guys can alter because we've seen it in Dallas. You play zero defense, Doncic. Let's not forget that. I can see them alternating, Mac. Vaughn, don't sleep on Dante. See what he did to Halliburton? Yeah. Bronny is a late second-round pick at best. He's not an NBA player to where teams are wasting a high pick. And the only reason why you would do it was to get LeBron. And the only way LeBron can really hijack the Knicks right now is if saying, hey, I can bring this championship to you guys. You guys have to draft Bronny, trade Julius Randle for me, or I'll sign with you in the offseason. That's what we got to deal with. We don't know if we want to deal with the LeBron drama, bro. Because the thing about LeBron is at 39, 40 years old, you better be able to sacrifice. If you do not want to sacrifice, we want nothing to do with you, LeBron. Do not think that you're going to come in here and spearhead some BS. We already got the culture. Don't bring that culture over here because we're going to throw eggs at you. Bro, LeBron, do not think you're safe in New York City, bro. I'm vocalizing what the hell we are. We are lunatics out here. Bro, it's not that good. Yeah, Bronny's not that good. Everybody agrees, man. Nah, what did he do to Hallie? to Halliburton, he pushed him because Halliburton was doing too much yapping, and he underneath the rim, and he pushed his ass. Thanks again, make it make sense. Appreciate you for real, man. Mac Media, no top elite player is coming to the Knicks to be the number 2. Not a knock on Brunson, but those guys not wired that way. I can see Joker coming here. Why not? Giannis? Bro, you telling me that Giannis is sitting there in Milwaukee right now with Dame doing what he's doing? You're telling me that he's sitting there watching his organization fail, crumble, and hire Doc Rivers after hiring the other guy from Toronto. And maybe, let's say, Giannis has something to do with that. But if he's smart, he has a realization and he goes, you know what? I want nothing to do with creating a team. I want nothing to do with recruiting or any of that. If you ask me to recruit somebody, maybe I'll do it. But I'd rather you guys come up with a strategy to surround these players with. He's looking every player, especially at this point, with as hard as Giannis works. Giannis works hard, bro. Look at him. He's a sculpture out there. Greeky, freaky. Remember, he loves LeBron. He thinks LeBron is the GOAT. But if you're smart, you make up for, you pick up where they messed up at. LeBron messed up by leaving Miami. Let's be clear about that. That was dumb. Kevin Durant messed up by leaving Golden State. That was dumb. If you're Giannis, you have an opportunity to you're in the Kevin Garnett, Minnesota zone. Yeah, you won a title and it went well, but now you're back in that position where do you want to be remembered with everybody else? That's where Giannis is at. Does he want to be remembered by everybody throughout history? And the way to do that is to win championships, and you do it the right way. And if you come to New York, it's the Joe Namath effect as well. That big-eared old man that we still remember his name because he won 1 Super Bowl 100 years ago, literally. So Dante was inbounding the ball under the basket. Halliburton got in his face. Dante shoved him back in bounds. Halliburton was out of bounds as Dante was trying to inbound. Mac, you are amazing. You say it way better than I can. LeBron is so much the King James, yet still he always trying to club hop. He's not in Jordan's class. Club hop is crazy because the gangsters from LA, they'll say that you're set hopping or something like that. It's hilarious. Oh yeah, when Hallie dunked over LeBron is a diva, certainly so. The Lakers need to move James and move on for the future. They're not going to win now, just delaying the future success of opportunities. We said that last year. What the hell were the Lakers thinking? Hold on. Sell LeBron and AD at their peak if you're smart, Jeannie. Jeannie's a little distracted. I think she likes them players a little bit too much, if you know what I mean. Oakley would have put Brooks under the hardwood for that JB stunt. Yeah. Somebody got to take a 10-game suspension, man. We need a goon. Somebody got to clothesline whoever's touching Brunson. Okay, is that what preceded it? I forget. LeBron always crying SOS with the crocodile tears. Yeah, man. Come on. Knicks will play angry tonight. Hopefully. Hart not beloved in New York yet. He needs to fall back on Gibson and Tim's. Yeah, he certainly does, bro. He needs to put on some Tim's. Get it together. Sengun walked several times. Who doesn't walk? Linsanity got y'all 15 minutes of highlights on SportsCenter. Listen, Fish, but this is where Brunson is headed to, the organic grind out way. This, I don't know if you've seen this earlier, Fish, but being screwed over like this, it now puts you at another, it's like another commercial for LeBron, for Brunson and the Knicks. And now you get to see, like, who was this team that got screwed over? You might want to watch the next game. And if you do, and we win in a certain way, and you get to watch his game, remember, this is all leading to the All-Star break where they had to add Brunson to. This is the guy that got screwed over. Now he's in a 3-point contest. Oh, I like him. You need the girls to like him, bro. Let's be honest. He's Brunson. I don't know if he's like I don't know what kind of good looking guy he is, but these girls love Travis Kelce crazy because of Taylor Swift. They're going nuts over him, trying to rename the fade over. That was crazy, right? But remember, that's a girl coming to his games. Listen, I'm a Taylor Swift fan on the low, by the way. Her first song, she wears short shorts, I wear sneakers, right? She was talking about being a chick in the bleachers watching the dude play ball. But she was like not a girly girl like that. She was like a tomboy. And now she's actually, after her, that's the song that blew up. Now she's in the crowd in the damn, what do you call that? The box seats, flying private from Japan to go watch. Come on, man. We need Jalen Brunson. Rihanna's taken. Who's the new young little chick, man, that we need to come in the stands, man? Because we seen Iggy Azalea, but you washed up and used and abused. No disrespect to you, Iggy Azalea. We need one of these little blondies to come through. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what you are. We need you to come through and sit courtside for our boy. Who's one of these chicks that could come on the sideline and go and just sit there for Brunson? That's what Jalen needs. He needs a nice little broad out here. I don't know if he's married. I'm sorry, Mrs. Brunson, if he's married. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But it's his business. Never personal. Brunson needs that little gal. Woo! Who do you think? I don't know the young. I don't watch the young. All I see is a bunch of Instagram thotty hotties on my joint. I don't even know who their names, man. I can't stop on them. I don't know who's who. I just got the at 35,000 characters. I can't and see and jiggling, wiggling on my timeline. B. Who is gonna be Brunson's Mrs. Brunson on the? Who's gonna be Mrs. Courtside Brunson? Huh? At Tibbs rate, grinding his starters, Precious is next. Chill out, Kerwin. Kerwin Nixon, relax, man. We don't have anybody to play right now, man. I know the minutes were crazy last month. We have 3 of the top 4 minutes played players in the NBA in the last month. I get it. I saw the stat. But we ain't got nobody, man. Come on, Martin. We ain't got no job, man. Shut up, Tommy. You ain't got no job. We don't got enough people with a job, man. We don't. Hopefully he sits. How many minutes did Brunson play yesterday? Damn it. Don't scare me, guys. I'm going to look at this reluctantly. Where's the game? Okay, against the Rockets. Brunson played 38 minutes. Alec Burks 16, more like 17. Achua 38, Brunson 38, DiVincenzo 40, 42 for Josh Hart. Jesus. Taj Gibson had 5 minutes. You know this Charlie Brown didn't play, right? Charlie Brown is crazy. His jump shot looks awful, by the way. Charlie Brown looks nuts. His name is Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown is a crazy name. Shout out to Benai. Here we go, yo. Isn't that Charlie Brown from that crew? Which AllBall was there? He would know that name. Bohan Bogdanovic, 23 minutes. So he played 23. Jericho Sims, 28. That was a valiant effort. Yeah, 38 minutes is a lot, y'all. Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. You right. You right, Kerwin. You right. I'm sorry. You right. Fact Sengun was talking steps like leak a mug. Like a mug. Oh, like a mug, my bad. He was taking steps like a mug. Latin LX, what's going on, baby? There's some sketchy ish going on. They're promoting the Knicks. Get ready. Listen, y'all. I'm telling you the same thing. I heard AllBall. You heard Flea earlier. They expressed our gripes, our frustrations. But let's get ready. We are the premier team in the NBA. We're really worth the most money. We got the fan base that everybody wants to agitate. They want to come at us because they know we're going to talk about them and clap back at them. They want to be clapped back on. These guys are all masochists. Candace Parker, Bob Myers, Stephen A. Smith. You got to be a masochist if down your timeline you read us. I don't care what Twitter followers you have. You don't want New York Twitter followers, bro, coming at you. We are insane. One day I will explain to you the generation, and AllBall will come on here, right? But there's no way in AllBall generation in junior high school, they treated the teachers the way that we did in the crack era. In the 90s, in New York City, the teachers were prey. I'm just putting it to you like that. This is the generation you're dealing with on Twitter, on your timeline. We didn't respect the teachers at 10, 12 years old. What do you think we have for you, Candace Parker? You are food. Dallas sets up zones like they did for Dirk. Yeah. Precious was holding his own against Bam. Yeah, man. And the defense he had against the Rockets. Come on, we can't overlook that. Nobody knew Precious would be this valuable throw-in. Some throw-in. Yo, totally agree, man. Flea was saying to give him a chance. He's from the Bronx, so there's some background to him, Mac. I can't lie. If you're from New York, you might know who Precious was because he came from the BX. From is he Nigerian? Precious. Precious Achua was born in. He went to high school in Al Xavier Lutheran in the Bronx. He also went to school in Jersey. You guys really can't tell me. Oh, and the Heat drafted him? I didn't know that. Good for you, man. The Miami Heat drafted him. Come on, God. Why can't you just tell me his birthplace? Versus Achua birthplace. Nigeria, right? He's Nigerian. You probably in the comments like, look at my comment, you moron. He's Nigerian. Not Robinson, Willis Reed. I'm sorry, Fish. Come on, man. What do you want me to do? That's what it is. If Mitchell Robinson is out for this whole time and he's just in his cast like this, just chilling, we gotta give him the Knicks rehab glasses. He's on the sideline like this. It's pimping it. And we play the Cleveland Cavaliers in the second round. Jared Allen's heart will go through his chest if they announce Mitchell Robinson will start tonight versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, game 1. He ain't looking forward to that, bro. To Jared Allen, Mitchell Robinson is Wilt Chamberlain. He's Shaq. He's all of that, bro. Moses Malone combined. He is his boogeyman. The Cleveland bully. The New York bully. And his victim is the Cavaliers. The dog of a player Precious turned out to be the Knicks definitely won that OG trade for Quickly and Barrett. By far. This is not even close. I am still skeptical about how the hell did OG have a bone spur? Because I forgot. That's why I got to go with what I know. A bone spur, you need to remove it with surgery. That is like a callus on your bone. How are you going to get... When did he break that bone for the bone to grow a spur? And it took that long for them to see it. And then it was I think a loose fragment that was bouncing around in there. Hopefully he's all right. He should be. But what the hell's going on with you? I don't want to cast any aspersions. I mean, we go on LeBron all day long. This new era of medicine. Just chill out. A bone spur in your elbow is nuts. What the hell were you doing with your elbow? What kind of workouts are you? What kind of workouts are you doing? The Knicks Rehab are brought to you by Hennessy. Hennessy get wasted in both the Knicks starting 5 into the All-Star game. Exactly, Fish. AllBall is the kid in PE that plays full court in jeans and a long sleeve shirt and a pony high tops. Sorry. Great content. About to head back to work from fam. Go Knicks. Yeah, sir. Appreciate you, man. You make this thing go today. Sometimes you need the help from the comments. You would think Josh Hart would be the goon. Nah, he's too much of a pretty boy. He has to do his braids like, you know. He's too much of a pretty boy. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to stare at the camera. If Josh Hart was a real goon, he would let them their hair out. Just show up one day with your hair out, bro. She'll get on the court, throw the headband on, go crazy, clothesline somebody. He's too much of a pretty boy. He thinks he can dribble. He looks crazy out there. Jalen, the new AI. Come on, man. Talk to him, brother. Tyrone Hill. Oh, he wasn't no damn goon. Vaughn. Please Google, YouTube, Tyrone Hill, Charles Oakley. That's all you got to know. Eric Snow didn't let guys put hands on AI. Eric Snow was respected. It wasn't about Snow's size. He took shots at guys. Yeah, but it still wasn't to the point of a Charles Oakley and Draymond Green. It wasn't that outlandish. It wasn't that outlandish. Plus, AI wasn't, you were not going to just push AI around. He was a tough dude, you know, but you still need your guy to be held down. But I don't remember him having an enforcer like that. And again, the enforcer along with complementary pieces around AI, because that's the part that Candace Parker seems to be missing out on. You keep pointing to the failure of a small guy. Okay, we could do 1,000 of those. Why don't you point to the failure of all these MVP candidates that also don't have a team? And then when they don't win, they have the excuse of, well, the team wasn't healthy. They didn't complete the team around Kobe Bryant or LeBron James every time they lose. Of course, it's easier for them to win. We know it's a game of Goliaths. We get all that. The bigger you are, we get all that. But when they lose, they afford the excuse somehow. Why? Why, Candace Parker? You tall. It's time to go. Fleetwood told me it's time to go. I'm almost wild out now. Yo, my dog. What up, Bones? Bones get busy. Multimedia, man. Multimedia, appreciate you, man. Multimedia, Mac. Hit me up. Don't worry about the 5, man. Hit me up, like I said in the description. Twitter, DM me. Instagram, DM me. I'm going to hit you back. Cuban said this on KG or Matt Barnes' podcast way before he sold the team. This dude is late. Did he? He said that whole thing where he lost mad bread on crypto, and that's the reason why he's selling the team, Fish? He's selling the team. Mark Cuban is selling the team because of crypto. He said that like that? Yeah. LeBron made that call. Cash is still king. This is why. Correct. Share, like, comment, subscribe, everybody. You heard AllBall. He's in the building, in spirit, and in the comments. You kidding me? Josh Hart always playing around. You can get traded. Josh Hart. Correct. You see, Taj Gibson is good anywhere Tibbs is at. Brooklyn, baby. How about those Raptors? Does this guy not realize Cuban with 2 court on principle and paid millions in court costs when he could have settled for almost nothing? And that was around 10 or so years ago. Cuban don't play. I agree. If you go back and watch the podcast of Cuban on KG or Matt Barnes, he said all of this. This is not a scoop. I mean, okay, maybe it's not a scoop, but he broke it down, and I didn't care to watch Mark Cuban there because Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson are not pushing back like that. Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson is only talking tough to Austin Rivers, and he might talk tough to me. Good for you, Steven Jackson, but talk tough to the people. We want to hear these questions with Mark Cuban. Anybody else is on your show? I did not say I don't want Luca. Okay, what did you say? He talked about his casino deal. These ain't secrets. Yeah, but that's not a secret. The casino deal was the family. He sold to a casino family. This club is not that far from that glory team as far as causing a buzz. Oh, so this is Mac Multimedia Network talking about when the Garden was Eden, the early 70s Knicks. He's saying that the current Knicks club is not that far from the glory days, those glory days, as far as causing a buzz. But they still have work to do. Luca would do well. Mac would love Flea. You probably love Flea, Mac, because Flea is not like me. Flea is a lunatic. He is a lunatic. But me and AllBall, we go crazy. And Mac seems to be a very what's the word? He's patient. And he's like, wait, I need to see it before I believe it, guys. Let's chill out. Say it again. We don't need LeBron. Cuban runs the organization. He's not leaving. Brunson ain't took no bullets until the bullets get fired. There's no heat towards the Knicks in New York yet. That's a lie, Fish. Because your man, you didn't see Luca Donic was just on JJ Redick's podcast. He missed the first 3 games against the Jazz in the first round against anybody who. Please stop talking to Donovan Mitchell nonsense. I don't know who likes Donovan Mitchell. Can't be at this point. Got smacked back-to-back years out of the playoffs. And when he was on the Jazz, Brunson saved the Mavericks. He took those bullets for Luca Doncic. CJ, what's going on? Lavadine, you are dying at something. Oh, I guess that's what I was talking about. Brunson's married, bro. Phil Jackson and rap. Listen, man. Listen. Plenty of guys have been married. Maybe his wife needs to hit that damn sideline. What's Miss Brunson looking like? No disrespect. I'm mad that I'm respectfully. I'm sorry, Jalen. Please, I can understand if you shoot me in real life right now, but we need the ladies to blow Brunson up. That's all I'm saying. The All-Star game, we put you on a pedestal, man. LeBron persuades Lakers Bucks trade. Giannis going to LA to join LeBron. AD, LOL. We can see that happening. Because remember, the Lakers, I mean, you laughing, Mac, but come on now. The Lakers always go after a big man, you know? That's funny, though. One dead at Chiefs parade, a shooting. Chiefs were right to tell Swift not to come for safety reasons. Oh, damn. Kansas City's bugging like that? God bless over there, man. You guys got to calm down, bro. Let's celebrate in peace. Yeah, they told Taylor Swift not to come. So imagine me, Taylor's, come on. She would have brought the Swifties out. We need some Swifties at the Garden, man. Taylor Swift, come through. Kelsey's cool. I get it. He's 6'10" and whatever the hell he is, 300 pounds of muscle. I get it, man. Taylor, come through the Garden real quick, bro. Come through 7th Ave, Taylor. I just want to show you around the city real quick. Show you around the Garden. Taylor. That's all, Tay-Tay. Come on. Come through. I ain't begging. I'm just here to, get my services. We need Coyle Ray again. Yeah, Coyle Ray had them go bugging out. And so did Iggy. Bro, hold on. He's married and Iggy Azalea was on the sideline like that? What's wrong with, like, a slew of chicks just being on the sideline? Dude, what happened? Man. Uh-oh. I messed up. Charlie Brown got 44 taken from him. Charlie Brown, the new Nick. Who, his number? Oh, it's Bronx guys. Grind. Oh, you from the BX, Mac? BX. I think you told me that last time. My bad. Get Brunson, Pippen's ex-wife. She just broke up with Jordan's son. Yo, listen. Now we got to use her like she uses us. No, it isn't fair exchange. Larsa, come to the sidelines. The former Chicago Bull, Larsa, come check out Jalen real quick, Larsa. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray Tibbs plays the Knicks starting 48 minutes a game, the next 20 games straight, and full court, full contact practice on off days. Hey guys, Fisher's a hater of the Knicks. Don't mind him. Don't sleep on Hart. He might go like Willis Reed on Rudy LaRussa. He has a temper. You think so? I don't think so. He doesn't have enough of a temper. He hasn't shown it. I want your Twitter followers. I want the smoke. Get a lot of Jordan, Pippen, Kobe clips waiting. A lot of quick trash talk. Hey, Fabian. Yeah, we did. We got it, Mac. Yeah, I'll hit you up. Fabian, everyone may not agree with my views, but I try to stay sensible. Say sensible things. Perhaps sound smarter than I really. Oh, Co-op City. Oh, you from the old Co-op City? I think Wolf and them are from there. Favorite perspective, expected, so accepted. I think I have some more. If you guys have anything else for me to see real quick, I'll take a gander at it. But we went through the conspiracy. Damn, I wish we would have gone over the game tonight, right? That'd have been cool. Give me some comments. Flea has trigger words, then the fun begins. He does. Favorite perspective, expected, so accepted. Deja un like, comentario y suscribe. Dame dato. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Come on, man. We got super chats. I want to thank everybody in the super chat. Look, make it make sense. You are the man. Straight facts. First time watching the show, and he sent me a super chat, man. Sent us a super chat over here. You kidding me? Make it make sense. The younger son, yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. Mac, appreciate you. Look, we got it right there, baby. Mac, next time when you write whatever the super chat, usually people just want to make a statement when they sent it. So just write a comment in there. So in case you want it to be known, one of your sensible comments, you leave it in there so that everyone knows that you're making a statement. This is the Mac Multimedia Network, again, it's another way to promote yourselves as well. We got 28 people in the building. It was up to like 40 earlier. And you get other people to promote your company. We would love to do that as well. Super chat your company out here, man. You might have the most slanderous name. If it's too slanderous, though, I ain't gonna read it, man. You ain't getting me kicked off my YouTube. Nuh-uh. We out of here, man. Hold on, we got another comment. Brunson married. Half the NBA is married at home. On the road, not so much. Hey. We leave on that note. Salute to the Knicks Rehab family. Appreciate you guys coming through. Remember, welcome to the jungle. We are stepping into a new realm of superstardom. Brunson is leading the way. The NBA did this on purpose. They stripped us of the title in the pay-per-view, and now it's Monday Night Raw. Tonight it begins. Jalen Brunson, Monday Night Raw on a Wednesday night. Let's get it, y'all. Knicks Rehab.